You gotta relax.
There's no point in that. I enjoy what I enjoy.
That's pretty sick.
Huh?
Pretty sick.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's sick, but good shit, you know what I mean? We're not gonna talk about it. Lay that shit off there. Lay that shit off there. Cool.
Yo.
What's going on?
What's good? What's happening? What it be like?
Man, it be good.
Know what I'm saying?
It be
Welcome
good.
to the Cool Table in the Lunchroom podcast, episode Trey 5.
What we got?
Trey 5, y'all.
What we got?
Trey 5.
What we got?
Kevin Durant.
Damn, so that you was
Episode 35, Kevin Durant.
and you described him as a bitch
I
ass
said
nigga.
either he a sensitive ass nigga or he a bitch ass nigga.
Oh, man.
Which one is it?
Don't do KD like
So
that.
he's
Hey, listen.
sensitive. He's
I mean-
something. He's something, bro.
Okay, the sensitivity, yes. What makes him a bitch ass nigga, as you proclaim?
A bond.
A bod. Nah, man, episode 35, man. Mama, you the real MVP.
Hey, that was a dope ass little outro. And that Jeezy,
Yeah.
that's a dope little outro.
Yeah.
I ain't going front.
Put some respect on Jesus.
Shout out to mamas.
Shout out to Mama.
You know what I'm saying? For fucking
Shout out
the
to
right
that
dad.
Achilles, goddammit. Shout out to Brooklyn.
BK.
Yeah.
Yo, so I am your host, Professor X in the
Yeah.
building, producer, engineer extraordinaire.
Yeah.
Make sure you check out www.professorxsound.production for all of your engineering and production needs. To my left,
Big Mike, Hairline Don, Cognac Pop, you in the building, y'all. And to my right over this nigga.
Cool Table Fashion. What's happening? Lights, camera, action. Joe Money Jackson.
Classic.
Classic.
Fucking classic. Before we get into our shit, I gotta say this.
What happened?
what's up?
So, nigga, why you ain't in our fantasy league, number one? Number two, we do some fantasy football shit.
Fantasy football
I
shit.
mean,
You
Fantasy-
was in it and then you was out, my nigga. Like, we really like to shit on you when you lose, and I really like to avoid you when you win. And I was used to that. Like, don't call me, nigga, but if I win, nigga, pick up. Pick up the goddamn phone.
Bro, that's facts.
But check this out. So, shout outs to Marcus Washington.
We
That's our
gotta
homeboy,
get him on. He's
Cincinnati.
coming on. We gonna get him on.
This nigga was killing this nigga in 2 leagues. Same time. At the same damn time. Future.
Sort of like me. How I
Yeah.
did Marcus
So
Harris. Yeah.
this nigga was beating him like on one league by 30 points, another league by 40. I was like, damn, you fucking this nigga up. He was
that
like,
nigga say?
the nigga said, yo, this was the 1890s. I would have access to his wife. I was like, what?
oh shit!
Bruh,
You see what I'm saying about the words, man? First of all, what nigga uses access?
Fam.
Hey, when he said
And then
that,
follow it up with your wife?
His wife.
hey,
God
bro,
damn.
he was
Access
beating the
is-
fuck out this nigga. I don't know who he was playing, but on both leagues, same dude getting fucked up.
Yeah.
And if I win, I need to talk to your
He
wife.
said, basically, if I beat you more than once in the same week,
I'm
nigga.
fucking your wife.
Bro, that shit funny as
Yo,
hell,
y'all
bro.
are disrespectful.
Hey, real
It was
disrespect.
that
I don't know who
James-
he's playing.
it was that
Hey,
James.
Marcus, I don't know who you're playing, but that shit's hilarious, bro. That shit, classic. Classic shit, bro.
Hell yeah.
Anyways, moving on. Had to get that off, because that was nuts.
Hell yeah.
That was nuts. But you know what else is crazy? What's that chick name? Alexis Sky?
Alexis Sky.
Oh, Shawty.
quick.
Shawty, what's that?
This
Quick
this is one of the greatest movements I've ever seen.
The best damn movie. This is better than Slut Walk. This is better than
Much
Me
better
Too.
than I was putting Slut Walk to shame.
Well,
Hold on.
speak on it.
Better
Shit.
than Black Lives Matter? Maybe.
Dare I say?
Dare I say?
Nah.
Yes.
Yeah?
This you might save money at the pump.
Better than the Me Too?
Nigga said you might save money at the pump.
Bruh, hey, name a movement. It's better. Speak on it, bro, because I don't know
give me
too much
intel.
about it.
What movement has been more effective
Go ahead.
Dan.
than her movement?
Name it.
Shit, what's her movement? What, she trying to get free gas from motherfuckers?
No.
You see, you small-minded motherfuckers.
Don't do that.
Small.
Don't do
No.
that.
Listen.
About this issue.
Don't do that.
Nigga, this is an important fucking issue.
Listen,
Don't do that.
let's
About-
start with the slogan.
Yeah.
No justice,
What else?
no gas. No justice!
Hey, honestly, man, I think
No,
You were
Cat.
supposed to jump in.
Yeah, he didn't jump in. I did
No,
it.
that-
Oh,
that's
I was supposed
you,
to jump
Right,
in.
that's how they do
You
the
look
chant.
your
No.
way, motherfucker.
No justice. No gas.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah. So what happened?
Niggas legitimately went and staged a protest demonstration outside. Was it a QT station?
Yeah.
Quick Trip. The lowest gas you can get at any place, actually.
The lowest gas and yet one of the
Lowest
greatest convenience stores
quality
ever.
gas. Yeah,
Great
that's like the
convenience store.
Walmart of gas station.
Bro, they got a, what they got?
Walmart. No.
buy iron
Don't
in that
disrespect. Don't
That ain't
disrespect
no
the QT like that. The Walmart of QT, that customer service is much better.
Well, I ain't speaking on customer service. I'm speaking on as
There's
like
always
Bro,
always a cashier on hand
That
ready.
ain't what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you could buy a motherfucking meal in that motherfucker. You get a pizza in that motherfucker. What you drinking on? You could get that in that motherfucker. That's what I'm basically
You can
saying.
get it.
Bro, they got what you need.
I think
from
they do
here
got
on to
smoothies.
weed.
Do they?
Probably like concentrated shit. I think they do that.
No, they do.
I don't
shit,
understand
you can buy
that, but-
grapes in that. You can buy yogurt in that motherfucker.
I have not seen grapes.
Bro, you can buy. Bro, they sell fruit. Yes.
They do. They have the
Facts.
little fruit cup things.
Oh yeah, the fruit cup. That's in the fruit
Walmart
cup.
of
yeah.
gas
I thought you meant like
A
a
bunch-
like a
bushel?
a bale of grapes. and
This
shit.
nigga thinking of a fruit basket. That's what this fuck ass thinking about.
A bale of grapes. This guy is
Take your
hilarious.
ass to Paris with that shit.
But break it down for us, man.
Hey, all I know is that this young lady, Alexis Sky, can anybody name a song
Who's
she made?
actually her album?
Oh.
Is actually a really good album.
Name me a song I should check out.
Well, the name of the album. Hold on. The name of the
Thank
album.
you.
I think is Bear
Keep
with
on
Me.
going, Mike. Keep on going,
No,
Mike.
go with me.
So
I'm
Alexis
serious. The
Sky,
album is actually pretty good. Go ahead.
said thank you.
I believe her and a friend. It was a female friend. They were in a nice vehicle. Don't know the name. What kind of car
Some
was
high
it?
class shit.
Some nice little
upscale
shit.
shit.
It was like a Maserati or something truck.
You might be right. I think it was a Mozzie.
Well, they went to get gas. But damn it, if you don't watch out for these bankhead niggas. It says Howell Mill.
Bro, they should have
But we all know
Yeah,
that's fucking
that's
bankhead. That's over there by the flame. So
But
like
I want to know if they kept the car running.
it don't matter. You pulling up in some high class shit, and you park it, and now all of a sudden you get robbed at gunpoint. And of course, as two women would do, I'm giving up the
it didn't
motherfucker
matter if
whip.
the car was running or not. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
because the way they was doing it at the gas stations was people would leave their shit running, and folks would just jump in your shit.
If you did it on Bankhead, you jumping on Uber, right when you come
Bankhead,
back out.
Washington Road, that shit was
yeah.
Riverdale Road is
So,
shit everywhere. Goddamn.
Basically, she got robbed. Her boyfriend in trouble. She's ATL rapper. I think somewhat known.
What's
Somewhat
funny,
fucking
bro?
known.
What the hell? That nigga didn't tell no joke.
Damn.
Why you laughing, bro?
Don't
This
worry
nigga
about
shit
it.
on
Go,
trouble.
go
Goddamn.
ahead, man.
Was it something on the phone or
You
something
got
he
it.
said?
That's something he said, but go ahead.
That ain't got a song. I got a
Go
song
ahead.
or two. He went on Instagram saying, "Hey, I know the game.
I know the streets.
I know the streets. If you give
I'm
it
willing
back,
to pay.
yeah, I'm willing to pay. You know all that
Check.
shit." And I was like, "This cool, whatever. Do you?" However, a movement involved, very powerful movement. There's no justice anymore, so you get no gas, and that's pretty much the fuck it. So some of her fans are at the Kwik Trip, protesting the Kwik Trip.
I wonder how long they protested.
I don't know, but they have not a fucking thing to do with you being robbed.
Oh my god. You know what's funny about this? This actually
I
leads
don't-
into some of our other topics, but what sense does it make
None.
to boycott the QT for something that a regular person on the street did? What was QT supposed to do?
They're supposed to have an armed security officer. They supposed to have bulletproof vests for me. They're not supposed to even be able to bring guns to the motherfucking cops.
When you park your whip, ma'am, you're gonna need that. Bulletproof vest. Why? There's some niggas out here that called in trouble.
Hey!
I mean, come on. This some
First
South
bar.
Park shit. What's the episode where the nigga disrupted the FedEx to stop the federal government?
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Like it's a
Yeah.
fake issue. Like, what do you do? This is you stopping the Kwik Trip has nothing to do
Nothing.
with the community
Nothing at all.
around.
There we
that
go.
nigga.
How about
Yeah.
we talk to the community?
Hey,
You know what I'm saying?
boycott fucking Gobby Road or whatever the fuck. No, Howell Mill, Bankhead, whatever. But you boycott
How you
the
gonna
gas.
boycott a street?
I don't know. But,
I don't know, but how you gonna boycott Kwik
It's
Trip?
smarter than I don't
If you
know.
boycott Kwik Trip, bitch, you ain't going nowhere.
Well, niggas are mad because they were blocking entryways and shit like that.
Motherfucker, it's gas. Everybody got a car. Where the fuck you? Kwik Trip.
And they got the cheapest
And
gas.
we know about Atlanta, or she knows about Atlanta.
Yeah, she
Should
definitely
anyway.
does. She
If you live here or you frequent here, you understand that robberies occur.
Like
You
every
need,
day.
man, all the time, man. You have to guard your person all the time. That's your personal responsibility.
Straight up.
It's not a responsibility of the goddamn Kwik Trip.
Slick. It should be the
Bruh.
responsibility of the motherfucking police. But apparently not always, huh?
Well, in their defense, you have to, when it comes to police in her particular situation, they have to respond to it actually happening. Like, there's no way for them to be there to stop the person from carjacking.
What's
you.
weird,
That's
man?
some
Like,
Minority Report
look.
shit.
In some
I know,
places,
right?
no, but like some places, I've seen it on TV. Like they'll say you could call this goddamn lawyer, or whatever, if you got robbed out in a parking lot or something like that due to negligence of the company. per
Call
se.
them.
Never seen it.
Call
I
them.
have, and not only that, Union City Quick Trip got an armed motherfucker right there at the door.
Hey, they've invested.
Yeah, I mean, but look,
They've invested into the
City,
community.
Union City.
They're doing charitable organization right there.
Hey, man.
They invested.
in the community.
I mean, at the end of the day, Quick Trip is not responsible. I mean, it's clear as
No,
day.
indeed. I mean, be aware of your surroundings. Look.
You on Bankhead?
EARTHGANG got a song called Swivel.
Nigga, move out the way.
Keep your head on the motherfucking swivel.
Move, nigga.
It's
Do one
either
of
your
these.
predator or prey. Either way, you better look both ways. Goddamn, see what's coming.
Listen, my last comment on Miss Alexis Sky. Good luck getting your car back. It's Atlanta. Don't bring nice shit to the ghetto, maybe. Or if you do, just know that there's a chance, and you know
Protect
very
your
well.
neck.
Well, she got it
Protect
back,
your
didn't
neck.
She got it back?
did.
I think she got it back.
Okay, well, I mean, hey, you got your car back. Shout out to Trouble getting your car back, and don't protest the Quick Trip. Niggas need gas, and they need the what's it, the pretzels and shit. They got some good little
those pretzels are
Yeah,
popping.
the QT kitchen.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Come on, man, niggas is tired. They coming
pizza?
from work. Yeah, they
Man, let
coming
me tell you
from work and
something. I don't
shit.
eat pork, but that breakfast pizza.
Bruh. I ain't gonna need flex. That
good.
is the
When I
best
was
shit there,
eating
bruh.
pork, woo.
Get the breakfast pizza with some orange juice, my nigga. It's a go. It's a
That's
go.
a hell of a way to start a breakfast.
Hey, hell yeah. Hey, after the club?
Oh no, club is different. After the club, nigga,
Come on, man.
that is a gourmet meal. That is a gourmet fucking meal. That's a gourmet meal.
Absa freaking lutely. So, AS, she had a little trouble. AB seems to be getting it even deeper.
AB,
This nigga
Antonio Black. But
I
now
don't-
that he's a fucking patriot, he's Antonio White. Motherfucker.
Bars.
Motherfucker.
See what you did
You
there.
see what I'm saying?
Bars. See what you
Because
did there.
all I'm basically saying is if this motherfucker straighten up and fly right, bruh, I don't like that shit.
I mean, he probably just straighting.
We know he is.
You don't like for him to straighten up and fly right?
What I'm saying is, if you gonna be you, be you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you was giving them all the hell and shit. Or was that a part of his plan? He just didn't want to play for Oakland.
I think he didn't want to play for Oakland.
That's all it is.
That's what I think
Honestly,
it
like we said on the last podcast, the same agent is Rob Gronkowski's agent. They have a really good relationship with Bill Belichick and the entire organization. I think Drew Rosenhaus, or whatever the fuck his name is.
But you know, they
and
won game 1. Did they win game 2?
I have no idea. Did they win?
I can't recall, but I definitely know they
Not
won
sure.
game 1.
Listen, at the end of the
Without
day,
that nigga.
yeah. I mean, they don't need Antonio. They're a professional football team. It was nice to have them, but
You gonna say they don't need
hey,
him, but
fuck it.
shit.
You better work without him.
Pittsburgh need Ben.
Hey, you better work without him. You better work without him.
But no.
But at the end of the day, this dude AB has a second sexual allegation. Supposedly,
Another one.
Supposedly, a lady was doing work at his house. So this is what she said. Now, there's no footage or nothing that he was saying sexual, kind of sexual, or being flirty is what she said, being flirty. But the funny, not even the funny shit, but she said while she was bent over, he came butt naked with a hand towel wrapped around his penis. That's what she said, a hand towel. She ain't say like no full fucking towel. So I guess nigga.
Yo, that shit is so corny,
I
man.
guess that nigga, I was like a hand towel. I was like, nah, come on, yo. I can see the nigga come out like in a robe or a fucking towel, but like I need more proof at this point. Like,
Antonio Brown's the first motherfucker I saw do that floss dance. So he's capable of any damn thing, bro.
Because of the dance?
Yeah,
Okay.
bro.
I mean,
Just dance, bro. He the first motherfucker I see. Bro, that's some weird ass shit, bro.
He did that
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. That shit was weird the first time I saw it, bro.
Wait.
That shit looks stupid on
Joe, your
Fortnite.
correlation is hilarious to me.
Hey, bro, what I'm basically saying is how that nigga's wired. He's the first black man I see to move like that. First black man I see to move like that.
Now bring it back to the hand towel on the dick.
All right, so basically,
Bring it back.
So basically, this nigga is sort of like he's capable of anything. That's all I'm basically saying. He's capable.
Okay. Yeah.
Did he do it?
That is a hell of a link, though. You understand that?
Hey, bro.
I'm a floss dance with a hand towel on my dick.
Hey,
It's
bro.
basically,
Hey, bro, he's obnoxious.
Boy,
he
Joe,
is definitely obnoxious.
Joe needs to
So
be a
that's
prosecutor.
what I'm basically saying.
Oh man, dude, don't hit him
And-
with the Chewbacca defense or whatever the fuck that.
What else? Like
I mean, because like that was Johnny Cochran shit, right?
Yeah.
Johnny Cochran will fuck you up with some shit that doesn't. The glove doesn't fit, bitch. The motherfucker blood soaked. Anyways, I'm not even gonna go into it, but you need to be a prosecutor.
man,
You need to be a prosecutor.
You should.
bruh, obnoxious behavior.
Hey,
That's all I'm saying is obnoxious
You
behavior.
saw the video with the doctor?
No,
Please tell me y'all saw the video with the doctor.
No,
it
the
went
doctor.
viral. It
What
just.
doctor?
I heard about it.
A doctor. Somebody I don't know who the fuck is filming him. So the doctor is sitting down like I am. Antonio is standing up, ass to face. Ass to face.
Wait.
Ass to face.
Yeah, standing up. The doctor is on the side, like right here, and Antonio's standing up.
All right.
He had the device, don't know what it is. Scanning this nigga or rubbing him with some kind of thing. This nigga is just farting in his face.
Hold on. I mean, fart as
No,
in
no,
singular or
No.
farting as in
No.
plural?
Like he was doing it multiple times and laughing about it. So the doctor was like, he responded, I mean, it was kind of childish. He just kept farting in my face.
Hey man, I seen on Google they said,
He's obnoxious,
hey,
bro.
bro, the nigga,
He's an asshole.
the doctor tried to sue him for that shit, bro. I'm not joking.
He should have won.
Hey, it's on video.
I think
It's
I
viral.
think he's in the process of suing this nigga now.
Listen,
He should win. He should win.
This nigga's
What,
like
what,
this.
for
He's over there rubbing him like
Yes.
this. Every time.
Nigga, that is a chemical attack.
Biological
Biological
warfare,
warfare,
man.
goddammit.
That shit be real.
Bioweapons.
The nigga's like this. He's like he's taking it all. He's like this. Deep breath. Deep.
Taking it like a man.
Feel every piece.
And then he went like this. He's like. And like you can see he was frustrated,
Fam.
but he kept going because damn it, I was
He's a
hired.
professional.
I was hired. Where the fuck hired
Hey man,
me?
listen.
So,
They should award him to win that case and give him some extra shit.
Bruh, AB is an asshole. I don't think it's more to say, man. Like for me, when I think about it,
No, he's obnoxious.
true. That is.
I think there's a difference between being obnoxious and being an asshole.
Bruh.
He had some locker room problems. Though.
I was just about to say that, bro. He's
Yeah,
the
some
only
locker room
motherfucker to go live in the locker room. Like during times where, you know what I'm saying? Nobody, the locker room's closed to everybody. This motherfucker's live talking about doing all this shit.
Yeah.
Antonio, bro, it's like the rules don't apply to that nigga.
So what do you think, man? The second allegation, there's no footage, no nothing. I just heard what she says. I mean, it could be true, could not be true. How y'all taking
He
it?
called a powerful white man a cracker. They after his neck. That's what I think.
Okay.
That's what I think. Just my thought.
So you saying because of that, that's why they're after his neck, right?
I feel like, okay, bro, man, see, that's what's so touchy and a little crazy about these rape allegations, man, because it's like, why now? Why didn't you do that shit beforehand?
All right, so Joe, I don't think that's fair.
No, I understand that, but what I'm basically saying is the shit is happening after he pissed somebody off, after he do something. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. And all I'm basically saying is it seems like it's all, bro, it's like it's always the same thing with a black man. They say this, do this, do this. It's either drugs, raping women, some shit like that. You know what I mean? I don't know, man.
I mean, that's cool and everything, but you don't think that he is responsible, at least to some extent, for the things that may be happening
You
to
know
him?
what? Yes. Don't look, bro. Everybody ain't goddamn smart, but don't bite the bait. Because I ain't gonna even flex. I really do feel like motherfuckers, you can avoid the trap. Shit, they was look. They didn't trap goddamn Dick Gregory. He had a story about like them trying to do that to him, and he just he's Heisman that hoe, stiff armed that hoe, bitch. Get off me, get away from me.
Yeah, I mean, but Antonio Brown, he has so far 2 allegations and the doctor thing coming at him within maybe a week and a half.
But see
And,
what
and that one
Yeah.
specifically, he did do, because we can see the tape.
Oh,
farting in a motherfucker face.
Bro, it's real bad.
No, that's
taking some
It's
pussy
real
or
bad.
being disrespectful to a woman.
We get that part. But if you see the video, that shit is real. If it was you as the doctor, you would have stopped doing what you're doing and just started hitting them with hands.
Come on,
Even if
man.
you was going to lose the fight.
I'm gonna respond accordingly. Nah, man, Antonio Brown ain't whooping my ass, man. Antonio Brown, I don't give no fucks. I don't give no fucks. Antonio Brown ain't whooping my ass, nigga. Y'all can keep on doing that shit. You lift weights for a reason, nigga. Antonio
ain't
Brown
saying
ain't whooping my
that.
ass.
I just
get
looked.
it.
I just
get
looked.
it.
Yeah.
I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I know. Cause I'm gonna pick something up. I'm a nigga. No, Joe Money Jackson, Antonio Brown, you ain't whooping my ass.
All right.
All right.
All right, Antonio.
All right.
God damn it.
Joe Money
Hey.
Jackson has
God
spoken.
damn it. God damn it. That's like, nigga, Odell Beckham whooping y'all ass?
Probably.
God damn,
Let me tell you
bruh.
something.
Keep on lifting, my nigga.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Keep on squatting, keep on lifting.
But
Uppercuts, bob and weave.
The thing about me is, I am not so deluded to feel like I can whoop everybody ass on this planet.
No, not everybody. But the nigga way less than me.
My
Granted,
G.
I know he is bro, that nigga ain't Floyd Mayweather. That nigga catches footballs and he runs fast.
No, but his workout is probably pretty extensive. Pretty extensive. I would say so. His stamina is probably out of control. His cardio is probably crazy. Like if you hit him, he might be able to like take it. And if you fight for more than 5-10 minutes, he'll probably be at full
hit that nigga,
levels
he'll probably
of
break a nail.
What I do know is I have seen many a brother get knocked the fuck out by underestimating somebody.
No, I agree.
That's all I'm saying.
I totally agree, and that's the reason. Yeah.
So
if I saw Antonio,
no. Hey,
if
bro.
I saw Antonio,
Hey, bro.
club punch.
Hey, nigga.
He is not seeing me coming.
Stop, man. He's not fucking Ray Lewis, man. Y'all boy. Anyway, hey.
Hey, if you can whip Antonio, hey, you can whip his ass. You can whip his ass.
Goddamn.
I will. One day we might find out. Maybe we'll meet him at a camp.
Hey, bro. No.
All
All he got to do is fart in my face. We'll find out.
Antonio, fart in this nigga's face.
We'll find out. I swear to
How
God.
would he fart in your face?
Well,
We gonna get there. We gonna get to that status. Bro. Cool Table gonna be in the same building, same frequency as Antonio Brown one of these days. We catch him at the ESPYs.
all right, but so AB, I'm pretty much
Shit talk.
yeah. Oh, bullshit aside, I honestly think that some of these allegations, I don't know, man. He might be an asshole, but it's like I need more,
Bruh.
And I hate to be that guy to be like, I need more. Like you saying this in his house, it was in his home. I don't know, man. Like. How much I don't want to read so much into it that I'm like demonizing AB for an allegation.
No, I agree with that. I'm a person that, I need proof.
Yeah.
Just because you have a terrible personality or there's something about you as a person that I don't like doesn't mean that you are responsible for any and everything somebody says that you do.
True.
I believe that there are people that legitimately get raped, and I believe that there are people that lie. Because I have experienced both, not necessarily an allegation towards me, but have been privy to information or situations where that has happened.
Yeah.
So I'm of the mindset to where listen to all women, but believe all proof. That's personally how I come at this kind of stuff. If you can show me legitimately, if you can present something that is a compelling argument other than hearsay, I'll take your word.
What's crucial is, I watch enough Law and Order and shit. What they call it, the rape kit?
So there is a rape kit, and there's a problem with the rape kit.
What's the
rape
problem?
kits are not accurate. It has been proven that they're not accurate. They have resulted in a lot of I was about to say misdiagnoses.
It's not misdiagnosed, but I get what you're saying.
Accusations.
Yes, because it can come up as a false negative at times.
So do they still use it then?
Yes.
Oh
That's
my God,
fucked
yes.
up.
They still use lie detector tests, and that shit ain't even 100%.
Yeah.
They still use it because it's close enough, right?
It's close enough.
GED, nigga. Get enough.
Crucial. I thought DNA was like 100.
DNA, the DNA is like 99.99999. Some shit like that.
That's
But still.
And it's about how you collect DNA. There are a lot of factors that go into what you're actually testing with. It's the actual materials that they're testing with.
So what I want to know is, what can clear somebody being accused of this shit if there is no proof? What can clear your name?
Oh, he's gonna have to go to court. If this is a lawsuit, the second lady said she's not filing a lawsuit. She just want him to change his behavior. This is what she said. She could change her mind. The doctor is funny. I don't know what the fuck he's gonna do. Maybe he'll go file a lawsuit on this nigga. But the first lady is filing a lawsuit, which means that she is gonna take him to court. And he had the lawyer speaking for him. So he's gonna have to defend himself. She's gonna defend herself. Man. And AB is going to be in civil court. So.
I just hope, man, niggas can't be that lame to be taking women, man. Come on,
but
man.
But they do it.
Yeah, I mean,
they have been doing it since the beginning of time.
But I'm saying, like, a nigga like, bro, when you got money, no, you bet not. I'm not saying that dudes with money won't. I'm not saying that they won't, and I'm not saying that it ain't no sick people out here. I'm just saying, bro, how pathetic do you have to be?
But it's not, when it comes to rape, in most situations, it's not about the money, or it's not even about the pussy, it's about the power.
Yeah.
It's about that I feel so entitled and emboldened that I can take whatever the fuck I want to take. That's literally what it boils down to, base level. If it was just about pussy, it would be a different conversation.
Right.
I believe that there are some people that do it just because they want some pussy. And those would be the weirdos, the lames that otherwise wouldn't be able to get it. But in these other situations, it's all about power. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, basically, she was a trainer. Maybe she said no. Or maybe it's all bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Or maybe,
maybe it's all bullshit. But if she said no, and AB was like, you saying no to me? And that nigga had that gold mustache too? Fuck that, bitch. You see how I look. You see what I'm doing out here?
The gold mustache
Oh, blonde or whatever weird shit that was,
See
man.
this gold mustache? You don't want this Midas touch on your pussy?
That nigga was like this. That nigga was like this, bitch.
Is that how you did it? Right?
Yeah. You know how a nigga feel about his
If Antonio Brown did it, he a sick nigga. That's a sick nigga to rub a golden mustache.
Hey, bro.
Personally, man, AB, man, good luck. As I said last time, good luck, nigga.
Stop doing this. That nigga's
he's
he's patriotic now.
Oh my God,
Bro, as long as he keep on catching touchdowns, bro, they gonna clean that shit. They gonna erase that shit. What allegations? Watch.
Hey, good luck. Good luck.
They do that shit. As long as you playing on the right team, and then jump ship, see what happens.
Well, AB, just don't get suspended. I need you on my fantasy team. Anyways.
Fuck his fantasy. Fuck his fantasy.
Hey, I got him. So, so moving on.
Yeah.
Something big happened over the weekend.
Something monumental
Yes.
happened over the weekend.
Shouts
out. First of all, shouts out to Diddy.
I knew you was gonna do it. Good job.
Shouts out to Diddy.
Big
man.
ups. Big
Because
ups.
let me tell you something.
Big ups.
I know a lot of people have a lot of negative to say about Diddy.
Yep.
Or some of his past practices or whatever, what have you. I'm a believer that the proof is in the pudding. And I have watched Diddy really evolve over the years and really implement a lot of things that have impacted the culture in a very positive way. I see him give a lot of people a huge platform to really speak things that people need to hear.
Yeah, Revolt.
Yeah.
Revolt's
You know what I'm saying? Man, come on, man.
Bad
Revolt,
boy, baby.
even that concept, like, to me, Diddy is, and y'all tell me if I agree or disagree with this, I think that Diddy is a Dame Light.
A what?
A Dame Dash Light.
Yeah.
Okay.
The reason I say that is
Harlem,
because...
two Harlem niggas, ironically.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So when you look at a person like Dame Dash consistently hollers about ownership, doing your own thing, not acquiescing to anybody in their wishes, right? Diddy basically does the same thing that Dame does in terms of, I said, Revolt. That's his platform. It's completely black owned. You got black shows. You're employing black people. You're doing the Revolt Summit. You know what I'm saying? You have your own line of clothes. You were one of the forerunners in that kind of area. You got your own liquor. Like, you're doing all these things that black people do, but black people didn't control before. And yet he does it in a way that doesn't come off nearly as abrasive. So he's able to essentially, in my opinion, bridge that gap in between a Jay-Z and a Dame Dash. He's able to do his own shit while at the same time being able to maneuver in the room with these white people.
I mean, like,
here maneuvering.
Yeah, he's definitely maneuvering. And the Dame Dash comparison, I mean, like, I definitely see it. Diddy, he's definitely grown, matured, and it seems like the summit, that was dope, bro. Cause like this right here, what the summit is the beginning of the change, the beginning of the new art. What are we? Like, man, there's so much stuff that we about to talk about. I'm gonna wait till we get to it.
You know, I think like I said, Diddy has matured, especially as a businessman. As far as the other shit with the Laura Harvey and the son shit, he needs some work on that.
Oh yeah,
he needs some work on that.
That's
we didn't even do that. We're supposed to have an episode about that shit.
Diddy, don't bring
Steve
your son
Harvey, how do you
and
feel
his
about
ex
that?
and your girl to the same club. That's a weird strip club. That's weird shit. But as far as the businessman, he's definitely Harlem shaking out there. As a businessman and just providing for the community, this motherfucker has been, monumental, like you said.
He's trying to buy the Panthers or trying to get ownership of the Panthers.
Yeah. So basically, over the weekend here in Atlanta, there was the Revolt Summit. First time in Atlanta. 3-day motherfucking event. We went to 0 those days, guys, but don't
Bro,
you
what's
worry.
crazy is I did not know that shit was in the A, but I should have obviously
We knew.
I knew
figured it
about it a
out.
few weeks ago.
We knew. You probably, they had billboards. You probably just like, oh, Revolt, okay.
Nah, work and go home. I
Yeah.
miss that shit. Yeah.
So, but what we're going to talk about here is about the hip hop and politics panel. About an hour long, had some very, very good guests. So I'm just going to go over the 6 guests, and we're going to go from there.
Look at Mike over here looking like a journalist.
You see him?
Got his notes.
You don't see him?
On a blank sheet of fucking paper. I just took from the printer. Anyways, so the 6 panelists were T.I.,
Clifford.
Killer Mike, Candice Owens, Stephen Parkett, and just to throw something, he's the organizer for the Trap the Vote organization.
Trap the vote.
Trap the Vote.
That was the light-skinned brother.
That's the light-skinned brother. We're going to get to him.
Parrot. Yeah.
Yes, Stephen Parrott. Katrina Pearson. She is the national spokesperson for the Trump campaign, and she's the senior advisor for the 2020 Trump campaign.
For what campaign?
The Trump.
And you said 2020? So she
Senior
ride with this
advisor.
nigga in the future?
Oh, no, she's diehard, yeah.
Okay,
And also, but
Yo.
you can't do that because she makes some valid points. And then you have Tamika Malloy.
you cannot make a valid point being black fucking with Trump.
Of course you can.
That's just my opinion.
Tamika Malloy, co-president of the 2019 Women's March and also an advocate of Minister Farrakhan.
Goddamn, good job, Mike.
You're welcome.
Good job.
So we're going to start this off on a lighter note, light-skinned note. Stephen Parkett, why was he there?
That is the question that has been on
Why was he
everyone's
there?
mind.
That nigga was hungry. It was like everything he was, bro.
Bruh.
He came from the hors
Potato
d'oeuvres.
salad.
Bruh.
It's like potato salad, bro.
I'm gonna give him. Let's throw. I'm gonna steal your shit. Let's throw him some bail. The Trap the Vote shit is cool,
Yeah.
but this nigga really looked like the 5th member of B2K.
Come on. Come on.
Like who is that nigga,
Speak on it.
bruh? When we gonna get to this, when Killer Mike basically did a "I have a dream" speech on that nigga. That nigga said, "Who want to go behind? I'll take it. I'll take it."
And start
Nigga,
Damn.
what was he talking? This nigga went back to the potato salad. He was like a fan. You gave me chills. You're like the good potato salad. I know when it's different.
We know when we hear it.
I was like this, nigga. Sit your nervous
You
ass
shouldn't
down,
have took
bro.
it, bro. You should have took it.
They should have laid in the cut. You
Bruh.
know, if he wouldn't have done that,
Everything been cool.
everything would have been
Everything
cool.
would have been cool. He wouldn't be a parrot, bro. He wouldn't be parrot. I don't even want to know
my
your name,
God.
bro. That shit was
Damn.
ridiculous, man.
It was pretty bad. Listen, bro. The Trap the Vote is dope.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Killer Mike said a lot of shit though, bro. He said a lot of
fuck up.
shit, and you just don't. You don't try to perform at the DMX. You don't try to perform at the Busta Rhymes. You don't try to perform at the Pastor
Listen,
Troy.
you can perform
You let them niggas have it.
after DMX if you're Busta Rhymes. You know what I mean?
Okay. But that nigga.
But you can't perform after DMX if you're Mims.
Who?
Exactly. Remember that nigga?
This is why I'm hot. Is that who that is?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Yes, and he's from New York. All right, so listen, man, I thought he tried. Here's a real one. So we're gonna go after the viral moment that happened. T.I.,
Yeah.
Candice Almond, and
Shouted.
also Killer Mike has something to say. The big moment was, when was America great again?
Dum, 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 dum.
So T.I. hit him with the gotcha moment. Cause you started with some bullshit.
I mean,
Candice Owens, she tried to, she didn't get to finish her sentence, but she might have been beating around the bush a little bit, but the crowd and the people didn't kind of let her finish. That's what it seemed like, but she wasn't given a direct answer. And of course, Killer Mike hit him with the
she didn't
Reconstruction era.
She didn't give an answer because really, like how he asked her, when has America ever been great for us? Like literally, you know.
Nigga, I don't know.
Well, we can't say what she did or didn't do because she wasn't given the opportunity. Like, if we're going to
That's what I was saying.
specifically in these situations, like if we're going to have a panel, you have to give people the space to actually get their thought across, regardless of how you feel about them.
So-
It's the same thing with the Joe Budden and the Nicki Minaj situation.
Okay,
We don't know if Joe was going to
She
apologize.
cut his
or not.
mic off. So T.I. cut her mic off.
Essentially, that's
She
what.
could have kept on talking. She could have overstepped that.
Nah, but see, you
right.
don't want to get into that
Right,
space.
right.
She's in a
That
hostile
becomes
environment.
unproductive.
That's counterproductive. True.
She also seemed to be in a hostile environment. As far,
she was
as
definitely
far as
in a
the
hostile
audience
environment.
is concerned.
Yeah.
The panel was very respectful.
Bro,
The
she's
panel was
smart,
very-
right?
I'm not gonna say
very
that the
smart.
panel was very respectful.
Oh,
I
you're
think
right.
that
Not very, but they were
moderately.
Killer Mike was very respectable.
Killer Mike, absolutely, and you know what?
Killer Mike, I look up to that.
And
nigga.
that's the thing I want to say about Killer Mike, man. It was interesting to me to watch how the energy shifted every single time Killer Mike opened his mouth.
Bruh.
Yep.
And I know a lot of people, because I read the comments on the YouTube videos, right? a lot of people feel like Killer Mike was able to get his point across and he was well respected. This was home territory for him. And so he had a home field advantage, and that was the only reason that he was able to do that. But I have witnessed Killer Mike in several platforms, in several forums.
Outside
when
of
he
Atlanta.
speaks, everybody pays attention because he has substance and value.
I saw him on Bill Maher. Bill Maher, they gave him a big platform and they let him talk.
Yeah.
And they cut niggas off like nothing on Bill Maher. Bill Maher, the political show guys on HBO, if y'all don't know. But he did good. So, but like, I like what you said, but what you think? I mean, Candice Owens wasn't able to speak. Killer Mike, I mean, not Killer Mike, T.I. did get his shit off on her, went viral. How do you feel about that moment? You in particular.
I feel that, I asked just a minute ago, was she smart? And you said yes. If she was smart, she would have probably set that shit up better to where she wouldn't get attacked. You know what I'm saying? Or she wouldn't have got that moment. I feel, she should have had her opportunity to explain her case.
Okay.
But from me, from my information to what I know, from what I've experienced, from what I've heard, from what I've read, nah, man. We like, bruh, fucking, it's never been great for us in America, bruh. Like, look.
Let's get on that.
No, because look. We are not. Being black is not a nationality, like they said.
It's not.
Being African American is not a nationality. We are a nation without a nation, and that's the reason why we can't get reparations. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, and that's,
I feel that.
No, because I'm saying, bro, this system is like.
But Joe, we get that. But like I said, but Candice Owens, because you're going. I mean,
okay.
But with Candice Owens not being able to speak, how does that look as a black people that we are allowing T.I. to get off his shit, agreeing like a motherfucker?
It's fucked up, man. Look.
Yeah, I'm not trying to use this Candice Owens. Yet the nigga to over here, we shut that shit down. But when Killer Mike says something,
why? You want me to tell you why? You want me to tell you why? And it's fucked up, but it is what it is, bro. She's allied herself with a motherfucker that appears to be racist, that appears to not give a fuck about nobody. She's aligned herself with that.
So what do you think about that, X?
Well, I think that one of the great points that was brought up that Killer Mike himself laid out is that we get so caught up emotionally. And Candice actually made the point, but Killer Mike was the one that made it acceptable. We get so caught up emotionally responding to things that people say that we miss the truth because we're so worried about who's actually telling it. Everything and I've actually listened to
he did say that,
Mr. Farrakhan say the things that she has said.
Exactly that Candice said.
Exactly.
Illegal immigration, the black families being broken. Farrakhan is all.
Yeah,
he's more of advocate for that.
And not even just Farrakhan. I've heard plenty of.
Well, we use Farrakhan because he's such a big.
I know. I'm just saying. I'm saying even outside of him, I've heard countless black proponents for the black community speak about these exact same issues that she was talking about. We don't like it because it's Candice. We don't like it because of she what?
She aligned herself, bro. This.
I said this on countless occasions, though. We're so worried about
who says it,
who says what, who's doing what, who's aligned with who. Everybody aligns with somebody that they don't necessarily like, who's intelligent and who has moved the goal line for themselves in this world, not even this country, in this world. Countless people work and strategically align themselves with people that they may not like. But whether they like them or not is not what the issue is. Do they have something of value for me in my movement or my community or my country, my people?
Me personally, Jovan Lee Price, I feel that all of this shit's a circus. I feel that the president is a face. He's a manager.
Okay.
He's not the CEO.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? With that being said, I mean, like, whoever's in office, I'm still gonna do me. I'm still gonna be me. I'm still gonna make my life and make my world great again, or greater. Let me say that.
Right. Okay.
So with that, with you saying that, and you said that before, and I know other people that say that. To me, and you can respond. To me, it doesn't really leave a lot of room. Excuse me, in two ways. The first thing is, it's kind of weird for, on one hand, to say, I'm about my community, but on the other hand, say, well, I'm just worried about myself. The second thing is, you can respond to both of these. The second thing is, it really doesn't leave, a lot of that rhetoric does not leave a lot to work from It's like, okay, the president is a farce. The system is against us. The police do this. There's literally, it breaks down to what else are we left to be able to do?
Boy, and I mean, like, what we need, damn, man, it's fucked up. Okay, the first thing I'm gonna answer that. You said as of caring about your community or doing you and caring about your community. It's a combination of both, bro, because at the end of the day, you can't make grown folks do shit. You can't tell grown folks nothing. You can't make nobody do nothing. They only coming to you after they did what the fuck they wanted to do and it fucked them up and now they won't help. They won't bail. With most cases with the people I know, let me say that anyway. And as of the community, man, I mean, like, God damn, man, this is so complex, bro. I ain't gonna even flex like I got all the answers, but shit, I don't know. That's a very good damn question, bro.
How can you get the answers? Because I feel you.
But I don't think well, let me say this.
Go ahead.
I don't think that Killer Mike said, burn down both their houses and start your own shit. I feel that right there is sort of the solution, but I mean, like, that ain't gonna happen.
We're gonna get to that.
That ain't gonna happen because, I mean, in order for that to happen, we have to unify. We gotta be ants in the colony. We have to have the same, you gotta have that Fight Club mindset.
So do you think we'll never unify?
Goddamn, if we haven't,
because if you don't think that we will never unify, then anything that we talk about is null and void.
I'm not gonna say that we won't never unify, but what I'm basically saying is, bruh, at this point in my life, this is just me, bruh. I love my people. I love black people. I only have a certain amount of energy. I'm a battery with a certain amount of energy. I already know everybody's not gonna get it. Everybody's not gonna fuck with me neither, or my ideas or whatnot. All I'm gonna do is just gravitate to the like-mindeds. We call them A-alikes. We A-alikes because we be alike and we see alike. And anybody is not an A, B, or C like me, I mean, I can respect you from afar, or you can keep it moving from afar, or I'll go from afar. But I mean, like, it's just like that to me. That's how I feel.
Okay. Just before I go into the other part, just a little bit. Candice Almond, she was the CEO of Degree 100, a marketing firm that was anti-Trump and anti-conservative. Basically, she went on saying the good news is they will eventually die off, and they can, and then we can get it right with the obvious social change that needs to happen immediately. So she was once a Democrat. She started a company or a website called sociaautopsy.com. Kickstarter. Hold on, because I'm giving you some light on her before because I know we should, you know.
Go ahead.
I don't like her. Basically, socialautopsy.com was supposed to expose bullies. I don't know about how much information they give, but basically people would submit stuff to the website and it would categorize it. She received a ton of backlash, so much so that she got death threats, rape threats, racist threats, and these were liberals that she was fighting for. To the point where a couple of Trump supporters and a couple of conservatives embraced her, and that community started to embrace her. She said she became conservative overnight because of how she was treated. Now, while she was, being conservative, she ended up on different platforms. You see how they support her. They support her. They support the hell out of her. Mm-hmm. But she goes on to say she is not Republican. Neither is she Democrat.
Bruh, all of these labels, because I don't know what none of that shit mean. Republican, Democrat, liberal, conservative. I really don't know what none of that shit mean. But what I do know is this. I agree with every one of them motherfuckers, and I disagree with every one of them motherfuckers.
You're independent.
Depending on whatever the circumstance, the situation is, and the factors, bruh.
All right, let's move on. Let's do this. So Killer Mike, because we talking about T.I. and Candice, like Killer Mike, he went on to say America was great again 7 years after the Civil War. So 1865 is when it ended. 7 will be what? 1872. Mm-hmm.
How many years of greatness did we have?
I could tell you. You want my answer?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm asking, yeah.
All right, so he's right and wrong. He's right in the sense that we had the most black politicians in office ever during that time period. We was in the House of Representatives. It was almost like the golden era. We owned our own land. So if you have to, like you said, weld something, buy something, fucking carpenter, it came from that. It came from your land. It came from your people. So that's what he's trying to say, because we was building our own. But he didn't say is by 1890 all that shit died. Basically, during that time, the KKK started, the terrorist group. Mm-hmm. During that time, the Lily White movement happened, which is the anti-African American political party. That the reason why they ousted almost all the black Republicans. We were Republican. Mm-hmm. most, if not damn near all of the black people were sharecroppers. You know what sharecropping is? I know your ass know what sharecropping. I'm fucking with you.
Yeah.
But sharecropping is pretty much just fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Yeah. Pay me. And pretty much there was nothing but mass lynchings going on during that time. Probably some of the most lynchings that we had.
Right.
He left that part out because it doesn't sound good when he add the fact that we were inside of the House of Representatives, we were senators, we were congressmen, we were a lot of places, but it lasted.
They said this on in the summit. We make progression. We get up, we get knocked back down. Mm-hmm. We stand up, get knocked back down.
He did say that.
So I mean, like, cause just off the top, bro, the greatest moment or the greatest time for black folks was what? Black Wall Street. I think that was like, in America, that was the greatest shit that we've had. We had our own, everything was there, and who came in, who fucked it up, who murked everybody. So it's always the back and forth. It's the tug of war with this goddamn rope.
But what do you think about what he said about 1872? Would you say that was when America was great again? Would you like to go back there?
No, I will say Black Wall Street. Okay. I mean, just off of what I know.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I would say Black Wall Street, bro. What time frame was that?
So this is my thing about what Killer Mike is talking about. He didn't get into the particulars of the fact that it didn't last because, in my opinion, because it wasn't relevant to the conversation. Yeah. I felt like it was implied that obviously at some point it did end because he also said that, to Joe's point, that we've made progress and then we've been pushed back. We made progress, we've been pushed back. I think more so what he was getting across, that from what I took, is that is a period of time where, and this is an example, this is something that you can look at and say, hey, at this particular point in time, however short-lived it was, black people had XYZ going on. And it was beneficial to us as a community as a whole. And what we should be striving for moving forward is to replicate moments in history such as that in order for us to see the kind of progress and see the type of change that we so proclaim that we desire.
Of course, but when he says America, though, I'm thinking of America as a totality, like everything.
But
even though he was being partial with it, I understand that about this. Look at this point of what we did. But what do you think about everything that surrounded?
But that's not what the question was, because the question, his response was for T.I. in terms of when was America great for black people, because that's the question that Tip posed to Candice.
Right.
So Killer Mike responded to that. He's saying that
so he wasn't responding to Candice.
No, he
was responding for Candice.
Yes, he was disagreeing with Tip. That's what he was saying. He told him to chill. He said, "I'm disagreeing. I'm disagreeing with my friend." That's when he leaned his hand over and touched T.I.'s shoulder. So that is what. Yeah, nigga. Yeah. You want to squeeze it?
Hey, don't squeeze this nigga, bro. Don't squeeze that.
Hey.
He's fluffy though, man.
He is fluffy. Don't squeeze. Don't touch that nigga, bro.
With the camera.
But no, what I'm saying though is, yeah, that's what the point that he was trying to convey. That's the point he was getting across. I actually, it's funny. This summit actually changed my perspective of Candice Owens.
Nigga,
and I know Joe disagrees, but I think that she's a very intelligent woman.
Wow, dude.
I feel like she had facts and information to back up her perspectives, which I think is very important. And I feel like she did a great job articulating that. The problem with Candice,
she blindly follows everything Trump does?
Well, not even that. My issue more so is what she was saying wasn't the problem. It was the energy behind how she was saying it. It was a tone and a delivery. And that's why I found myself wincing when I would listen to her talk at times, because it's like, I hear what you're saying, and I actually agree with what you're saying, but I don't like the fact that you're saying it. I can be honest, that's my bias.
Tip said, I want to like you. You are smart. I want to, bruh, I have a priority list, and it's sort of like, okay, this motherfucker right, bruh, come on, man. Really?
But to be honest with you,
but you have to say, I respect Candice Almond. First of all, she came onto a platform. She knew it was hostile.
Yeah.
The panel was about four like kind of Democratic or independent and 2 Republicans. I'm assuming.
I didn't know about their political allegiances.
Well, I think Killer Mike and T.I. is independent. But anyways, basically she came in there knowing what she was entering. She had everything she said. I researched everything and it's factual. Even up to the Trump racist comments saying he never devoured against the KKK. Mm-hmm. This motherfucker has went on CNN. And Joe, when I say that, it doesn't mean that he's not racist. But you have to understand, people will say that, hey, he's never devoured the KKK when he has. Like I looked it up.
I honestly don't give.
That's what I'm saying. Right now, you're going
about that.
What she's saying is black people. We get so emotional to the point where we let that be our reaction be like what we do. We can't do that. We can't. We have to step back.
What I'm saying is I understand that they don't give a fuck about us. And when I say they, I'm talking about classism. These motherfuckers are upper class. They higher class. It don't matter who the fuck the president is. This is just me and how I think. Now, that means Obama don't give a fuck about me. That's how I honestly feel. To a degree, he may, but I mean, that motherfucker rich. He got his shit. You get like me. I think that's the mindset. Some people do care, but I honestly feel if you care, you can only get so high when it comes to this political shit. Now, just where I'm at right now, I'm more focused on the local shit, things of that nature. This national shit, bro, these folks are going to do what the fuck they want to do anyway.
But, Joe, it's the same process whether it's local, state, or national. It's the exact same process. The exact same work is going to be needed regardless.
I'm not national right now, my nigga.
It's fine.
Local.
It's fine.
And
but what I'm saying is, all I'm saying to you is that the principles will remain the same. So, cool. You're not worried about the national.
Corruption gets worse as we rise. You agree or disagree?
I mean, that's fine. I'm
asking, do you agree or disagree with that?
I think corruption is rampant regardless. It depends on what do you consider worse? Because I know of school systems locally that even in my fucking hometown, I see bullshit happen all the time. Let me show you something. This is just a small microcosm of some nonsense that happens, right? You have in my hometown in Columbus, Mississippi, you have in the Columbus School District, this council has been, the people there have been in power for quite some time. Same motherfuckers that continuously get voted in. Mm-hmm. Black people predominantly dominate the Columbus city, but they are not represented on the council.
Okay.
First reason is because the voter turnout is extremely low. They do not cycle people in and out. Thankfully, I have a person that I went to school with named Pierre Beard, that he's a young person. He's in his early 30s that decided that he wants to be a part of the system. And he just got voted representative for the District 4 down in Columbus, Mississippi. Okay. There are so many things that need to be done with the Columbus municipal system, right? As opposed to allocating funds to tackle some of the shit that really needs to be addressed, these motherfuckers took money out of a budget to create private parking spots at the goddamn Columbus football field. My man George Lowe videotaped the shit because he's a very active person in the community.
That's not funny, bro. That's not funny at all. Why the fuck am I laughing?
They took money and allocated it towards making private parking spots for members of the board.
Bitch, you see my name?
In Columbus, Mississippi.
You see my name in that parking space, bitch.
Now that seems like a small thing, but it leads to the bigger problem and mindset where people, when they're in positions and they become complacent, and it's not even about whether or not they care about you or not. I told you before, I can give a fuck about whether somebody's genuine, whether they like me, any of this shit. At the end of the day, all I care about is what are you doing? Because your heart does not impact me. Your actions are what impact me. So you can be a person that I can't stand and you can't stand me. But if I put the political pressure or the financial leverage against you, you have to acquiesce. You have no choice. Because either A, you're going to be removed and that's going to cut off your financial supply, or B, the same goddamn thing. It's the same thing, regardless.
I mean,
you gotta hit motherfuckers in their pockets. These politicians are in place because they want to make a living. Let's not get it confused.
It is a job.
It's a job and it pays very well.
No, it's funny. It doesn't pay well. It's the donations and the contributions that play well.
That's what I'm saying.
But the job itself is trash.
There is money. There is money in politics.
Yeah. All right.
That's why when you hear, who was it that talked about it? Was it Tip that talked about it?
It wasn't Steven. It was not.
No. Matter of fact, Killer Mike talked about this before, about understanding the political process and understanding how to buy politicians.
Right. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Lining their pockets with dollars is what gets you results.
Where did you get that from? I don't. Fuck it.
So he was on a panel with the all black national convention.
Yeah,
the ABNC, where he talked about, which was interesting, and I almost wanted to get into with you about this, or bring it up to you rather, on the last episode, when we talk about comments that Jay-Z made about how black kids interact with the police officers versus what Killer Mike had to say about how black people interact with the police officers. And I mean, his spiel was a long spiel, so I'm not going to get into all of it, but a big portion of what he said was, when it comes to how we deal with police officers, is we need to learn how to survive the encounter. Because at the end of the day, that's what Killer Mike said.
I already know it because Jay didn't say that shit.
Jay also says some other things.
Okay.
But you have to listen to everything in its entirety in order to know that. Indeed. That's the problem with clips.
Okay.
But I did hear Killer Mike say, because I heard his entire segment in its totality, we have to have people who are in law enforcement. We have to have people who are senators, judges,
everywhere.
All of these people that make the decisions for us, because we do not live in a democracy. We live in a democratic republic. Key difference. We don't make decisions as a group of people voting about things. We vote people into positions that make decisions on our behalf.
And I think that right there is whack.
You say
just
that.
My opinion, bro. No, I mean, like, of course it will take work and my ideas are simple, whatever, but power to the people. I feel that that's what will work.
But that's the problem though, Joe. We still do have power to the people. You're not relinquishing power when you elect an official to represent you. You are still beholden to hold that individual accountable. Okay, so you're telling me that you and anybody else in this country are going to be willing to, every time a decision, whether it be monetary, whether it be legislation-wise, you are going to get out of bed, take off of work, or do whatever that's going to stop your everyday life to go to the polls and vote on every single thing that it needs to be done and chosen to be pushed through in this country.
I'm not even acting like I got the answers. I'm basically just saying that what's going on right now and how it's set up, the shit's not working. The shit is going to fall, bruh. And I mean, like, there's going to be a purge. That's just what I think, bruh.
If there's a purge,
I think it's, bruh, like, come on, man. Like,
I got a shotgun.
We're going to need more than that, bro.
We're
going to need gas masks. We're going to need more than just fucking...
I'm going to be in Mississippi in a barn with a shotgun and a dog, nigga. Me and X about to kill some motherfuckers.
Oh, no, man. What's crazy is, bruh, because, bruh, they got us right where they want us, bruh. Like,
what does that mean?
What that means is, I mean, like...
Go ahead, Mike. Go ahead.
No, they did. Got you guys. So, let's move on, because we gotta get to the last question, guys. Killer Mike said a real good point about arguing about who has the better master. What he means by that is one's arguing Democratic, one's arguing Republican, right? How do y'all feel? What's y'all stance on that as far as the what Killer Mike has to say? I feel
like we're being interviewed.
Yeah, we actually are.
y'all niggas keep going. I know y'all niggas looking at each other
and
like...
this motherfucker ain't giving none of his thoughts about this shit.
Yeah, it is.
Not enough.
No, you know.
Not enough. You read, motherfucker, asking us.
Hey, listen, I'm trying to get in there.
Shit. What you...
We got a pot. There you go.
Hey, come on, bro. What you think?
I got my shit on there.
What you think?
Oh, I think about that?
No, I don't know.
I think the party system is definitely bullshit.
Huh?
I do believe in independence. Like, I'm not Democratic, I'm not Republican, I'm not conservative, I'm not liberal, I'm not left, I'm not right. To be one or the other fully is retarded. I would never understand conserving this country to the point where you're pretty much fucking racist and or bigoted or whatever. You're doing too much. And with liberals, it's so far to the fucking left that we have to accept. Like, I don't believe in illegal immigration. I fucking don't. So what? I'm not Democratic no more. But also, I don't believe in conservative, stupid ass values some of this country holds. They're stupid. They're old laws written hundreds of years ago. Some of them. Why do we? Anyways, so it's hard for me to choose when really the choice is two evils. I'm
It's
choosing.
funny that you said that because it's like you want me to pick the lesser of two evils. That's like picking the evil of two lessers. That's like saying, Joe, choose your oppressor. Motherfucking Jeffrey Dahmer or Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Who do I want to come into my city? Jason or Freddy Krueger?
Exactly.
Like, do you want to get dead in your
Coke or
dreams?
Dr.
Or do
Pepper?
you, basically, but I would say this about the parties. Both of them definitely have agendas. They do. If you're Democratic,
I love the way T.I. said he got an agenda. And
He
that
does.
really
He
is
definitely
sort of
does.
like the mindset. Or I rock with him, bro, because at the end of the day, it's about like us or else.
Yeah.
That's the name of his
What
shit.
I do like is that when he says burn both of our houses, I do agree, but we're not ready.
No,
that's the thing.
we're not. Hell no, we
We're
ain't
not
ready.
So when I say this is a work in progress.
A work in progress, and I feel that where it starts is sort of like homeboy that asked the dude that asked the first guy that asked the question. He was asking about.
Steven?
No, I'm talking about the guest from the crowd.
Oh.
He asked.
Oh, Jay Morrison. That's the guy that has the Tulsa Real Estate Fund. He's here.
That,
in
I was about to say, I knew I recognized his face.
Yeah.
Facebook. I seen him
Yeah.
on Facebook. But
He does the
when
corner
are we
real estate
going to come
classes.
together? When are we going to become a nation? When are we going to become a nationality? When are we going to have our own political party rather than just picking and bro? This shit has to start from the ground up. You know what I mean?
It's gonna take a lot though. So I believe Killer Mike says also we're not ready. Can't fish, can't hunt, can't grow our own crops, can't do shit.
I mean, shit,
No
we can't even
carpenters.
unify. The only time we unify is when we doing the electric slide.
Nigga, we're still niggas are still mad at niggas with light skin.
Get in
You
there.
know what I'm saying? Or being dark skinned. We're having problems with shades of color.
Yeah, especially when
that's
motherfuckers is
pretty-
thinking
that's
light
pretty-
skinned niggas is weak. Cause I whoop these dark niggas' asses.
There you go. You will
I mean, I'm
beat
joking. It's just
Antonio
talking
Brown's
shit,
ass.
bruh.
But X is ready. X is holding his lip like,
Yes, he is.
I'm chilling, man. I'm
You
You
chilling.
ain't chilling, bro.
I'm
You
chilling,
soaking it in.
man. No,
and you ready
can't
to
wait
let it
to
go.
roast these niggas.
I'm not roasting anybody, man. Let me tell y'all something. I love
Rock.
both of you brothers, and I
Luther
love
King.
my people, man.
Yes,
I
sir.
love the fact that I'm a black man in this country, and I'm glad that I have been liberated mentally from a lot of the shackles that I had when I was a little boy. Because I can say, and I think I've said it like earlier in this podcast, very early episodes when we got to talking about just differences in upbringing. Because there was a point in time where if I had the decision, honestly, if they would have said, hey, you can either stay black or you can turn into a white person, I would have chosen to become a white person at that age.
We gonna get this in.
I'm just being honest.
He said it.
I'm just being honest.
He said
I
it.
grew up in Mississippi.
Hey.
I grew up
Hey.
around
No, I
Caucasian
mean,
people.
like-
Can't judge somebody's experience. I'm saying his own life experience is making him.
But that-
Hey, that's
no, but he just said that he's.
yeah.
Yeah,
Thank
I
God.
learned.
Thank
I
God,
learned
bro.
to
'Cause I love
really
you, bro. I love
love who I am and my history and my culture. You know what I'm saying? At that time, I didn't understand. I saw a lot of differences between how I was treated as a black person and how I lived as a black person versus how other kids who did not look like me were treated.
Right.
What their family structure was like.
Right.
What they were allowed to do, what they're allowed to get. And it could be something as simple as I'm a child, keep in mind. Dunkaroos. My goddamn mama wouldn't buy no
candy
Dunkaroos.
shit,
Yes.
the
little
crackers,
cookies with
cookies.
the tipping the little cream.
Yeah.
I didn't know not a black person that was that had that shit in the house. But all the little white kids used to come to school
I
with that
never
stuff.
had that shit.
Fruit roll-ups.
Dunkaroos. I mean, we fucked up fruit roll-ups. We fucked up the the honey bears, the little cracker
Oh, we
bears.
could get honey bears, but none of the extra type shit. Oh no. We didn't get we always got the off-brand shit.
Yeah.
So the other kids, they would eat Pop-Tarts, the frosted ones. I had the goddamn Kroger pastries.
Nigga, I had loops of fruit.
Hey, man.
So fruit.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh my
Loops of
god.
fruit.
You
All the
didn't
little
have-
Them
off-brand
shits didn't
cereals.
roll out right. Like it was stuck to the paper. I was like, yo, mom, come
So
on.
you didn't eat Fruit Loops, you ate Fruit Circles?
Yeah,
Fruit
basically.
circles.
Like if I remember my mom when she brought in cinnamon toast crunch, nigga, that was legit. This is back when I was in New York. That was like, nigga, you ain't get like the cinnamon toasties.
Y'all didn't
you
have-
got cinnamon toast crunch with the nigga with the chef hat.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Excited.
Yeah.
You didn't have Captain Crunch, you had Lieutenant.
Nigga, we ain't have back in New York, man. It was different.
No, I got you.
If
It
you
was
ever been
different.
broke, put
I
your
was
hands
different.
up. You been broke, put your hands up.
But no, I'm just saying, man, yeah, at one point in time I was deluded. And like I say, I love my people at this point. I've learned to accept who I am as an adult, as a grown man. My problem is, all right, when we listen to, excuse me, when we listen to Tip, I fuck with Tip. I think that Tip is an extremely articulate man. I feel like he's genuine in his love and action and principle.
But
what I feel is problematic, and the key difference between him and the Killer Mike is that Tip speaks in very broad terms. And specifically on a platform like this, for this particular type of thing, we need actionable items. We speak in very high affluent terms, very lofty ideals, and I've been hearing similar ideals for years. I don't walk away hearing anything from Tip that I haven't heard from anyone else. I don't walk away from listening to Tip able to put anything into practice or understanding anything that I need to look up or research into. When I listen to Killer Mike, whether you agree with him or
gives
not,
you data.
he gives you information. This motherfucker gave us homework.
Yeah.
And I have the homework in my phone.
Yeah, no flex.
I copy that shit down because I legitimately want to do my research and do my studies on these principles.
I think they were all smart. That was brain with a bunch of pinkies. That's what it felt like, bro.
But
That's
see,
what it
look,
felt.
your boy is
I'm not
accomplished
trying
though,
to
man.
shit on because there is some accomplished people there.
But
Even Steven. Right? But the whole point is that when Killer Mike spoke on what he had, it was, God, it was just on point. It was factual. It was well spoken, articulated. It was just like, it was just there. And it was like information I absorbed and I was like this.
Let me tell you what I love what he said.
Nigga, I was looking at YouTube like this. Tell him, nigga. Get him, nigga. Like it was a battle rap or something.
What I love what he said was about living in the city, growing up in this city having schools named after great historical black people. Mm-hmm. And that puts pride into you. You know what I'm saying?
Made a blood oath.
Bruh.
Made a blood oath.
When he said that, yeah, man. And see, what's funny is, I mean, like, damn, man, it's weird. Some people got it, some people don't, or it's the right time when people can capture the right goddamn equation of words that can get the point across, that you can see the point. You know what I'm saying? And he's very fucking good.
I mean, he's done it.
Even though
time and time again.
I think T.I. better MC, but Killer Mike, he just has a way of painting a picture when he speaks without rapping or rhyming to where it's like, God damn.
I mean, he's very engaging. I mean, the way the crowd responded to him. And I mean, maybe he had a little bit of a home field if if you want to put that in there.
More
but
than that, bro. I think it's more than that.
Yeah, he's definitely, well, I'm just saying that I'm just saying because it is Atlanta. But I think when he spoke and everything he said was just so on point, you know what I mean? And he just had so much to say that was factual. But you could say that with a few others. It just didn't come off as well. Or they didn't have as many great points. Like, I fuck with T.I.
Or they didn't speak as much. Because I think Killer Mike, like, it was sort of like we was just waiting for him to talk.
Nigga,
something like that.
Bruh, nah,
something like that.
I was sitting there waiting for him to talk.
Everybody had an opportunity to talk. Everybody had a microphone. I don't want to hear that.
Sister.
Yeah, because Tamika Malloy.
I wanted her to speak a little more. Or I wanted
She tried. But, you know, T.I. and Candice got into it. Killer Mike was in there. Some reason Steven talked after Killer Mike. Katrina.
Some reason Steven.
Hey, man.
Yo, we were about to slide right past that.
Hey, bro, some reason
he decided to speak.
Now.
Katrina Pearson had a lot to say. I think what happened is that sometimes we know who, like, the leader of, you know, who stands out. You know what I'm saying? Killer Mike stood the fuck out.
Well, like I said,
and it's just as simple as that.
Like I said before, man, you know, I feel like the two most captivating individuals who have the most substance, because I'm looking for substance. Mm-hmm. The two most captivating yet substantive people were Killer Mike and Candice.
Yeah.
Honestly. And like Mike said, if you take the emotion out of it, if you go look at what she said, those are things that are actually it's really happening. And what's funny,
weird, it's scary, but go ahead.
I was just saying, there are people that have said that other than even Minister Farrakhan or her when it comes to the demographic in America, the illegal immigrants, Mexicans, they are growing as a demographic at a rapid pace. So at some point in time, and this is not me spewing any hatred towards them, but at some point in time, they will. Huh?
The panels won't matter.
Yeah. Yeah, panels will not matter because they're going to be the controlling body.
Yep.
So whatever it is that they care about, that's the shit that's gonna get pushed.
Even if that is the case, I don't think they wicked like a lot of these motherfuckers.
Well, we don't know.
Right
you don't know. It's a question mark. It's a question mark, though. So,
bruh. I mean, you right.
Yeah,
you right.
Evil is in the heart of mankind, bro.
That is true. But I mean, like somebody that's a little more relatable, somebody that's been in your shoes, somebody that's been maybe oppressed by the same motherfucker. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Once again, I've said this to you before. If we're talking about people that have been in our shoes, everybody has been in our shoes. we were whooping white people's asses if you believe in the history of the Moors.
It's another level of this shit, bro. I mean, like, America's, they're responsible for the worst crimes in the history of mankind, bro. It's levels to this shit. So
what is the worst? What's the worst crime? I'm asking.
Bro. Everybody, like Candice was going to say this. Slavery's been everywhere. Slavery's been around the world.
Well, we don't know what she's going to say.
No. That ain't my point. My point is like the slavery that we don't know where the fuck we come from, bro. Mm-hmm. We don't know where we come from. We don't know who our parents are. We don't know nothing about our past, bro. The only thing we connected to is Africa. Mm-hmm. That is the worst fucking crime. They stripped an identity of a people. Where else has that happened? And even, of course, I'm quite sure it's happened at some point in time throughout history. Mm-hmm. But I ain't worried about that because I'm living right now and I'm living right here.
So I agree with you. My only point is, if we're looking at history as a whole, history has shown that when a person has been oppressed, when they gain power, they tend to take on the identity of their oppressor. Killer Mike talked about that.
Interesting. Killer
Mike talked about that when it comes to, we forget that, and
you know what?
I don't want to be misconstrued. I want to be very clear. I am not defending white people and their treatment towards us. But the reality is, working class whites, poor whites have been treated like shit in this country, and they have been brainwashed into feeling like somehow they are living better because society or the elites have placed them in a position of superiority.
There's always
over
somebody
blacks.
You got to be better than or higher. Yeah.
So that is the root cause of what has caused them to treat us in the ways that they treat us, to talk about us in the ways that they treat us. So if we take that same philosophy, the Mexicans or any other demographic, doesn't have to just be them, any other demographic that at any point takes power, there is always the possibility of them coming into power and doing things that may be detrimental to our community.
So that same thing applies to us. Is that what you're saying? So you saying if we get in power, we're going to treat white people the same way they treat us?
I'm not saying that we are or not. I'm saying it is a possibility because I know motherfuckers that have said, let me get in office. Like, I'm putting these motherfuckers in slavery.
Let me tell you why, because motherfuckers want justice, bruh.
Okay.
That's all it is, bruh. Bruh, I don't want to hit you in the face if you don't hit me in the face.
You know what the problem with that particular concept of justice, though?
What's that?
Because that's not justice to me. That's revenge.
That's
There's
payback.
a key difference.
Okay.
And
some motherfuckers want payback, and I want payback for some shit, too.
Hey, man, I once heard a wise man say that the problem with an eye for an eye is that everybody ends up blind. And at some point, we have to exercise some sort of logic and some sort of critical thinking when it applies to how we are going to shape the world moving forward.
Okay, now see, like you said, critical thinking. That's what I use when I hear somebody black fucking with Donald Trump, bro. It's fucked up and it's not emotion. Everything that y'all were just saying, I'm not being. Hold on, let me turn down. I'm not being emotional.
You can't just turn down. I mean,
you feel how you feel.
I feel how
you feel how you feel.
I'm gonna say this.
Trump. Fuck anybody, niggas that parallel with Trump.
That parallel?
That rock with him. Yeah, that align with him.
Well, I mean,
I just feel
all
that.
I'm gonna say,
because this, bruh, we clearly, bruh, this motherfucker don't give a fuck about nobody.
Of course he don't, but that's any politician.
No, but
what's the difference between Donald Trump and any other sitting president we've ever had in this country?
They didn't actively open up the racism that, like, bruh, this motherfucker opened up a fresh can of the shit, bruh. When the slogan "Make America Great Again," what does that mean, bro?
That came from Ronald Reagan, though.
I see a red hat. I never seen fucking Ronald Reagan wear a hat. I see Kanye wearing a red hat from this nigga's slogan.
I mean, they merchandised
it and
branded
I'm asking,
it, but
what does that mean, brothers? What does "Make America Great"? We know it. No, I'm asking y'all. What does it mean?
Oh, I don't believe it.
What do you think?
I don't believe in it either.
I don't believe in
No,
that.
but I mean, what do you think they mean?
You know what's weird about that? If you're a 7-year-old person, a 50-year-old person, and a 25-year-old person saying "Make America Great Again," what the fuck does that mean?
What it means?
It's such a vague.
If y'all not gonna respond,
no, I'll respond.
Okay.
I think that "Make America Great Again" is a rallying call that speaks to the disenfranchisement that particular demographic of older Caucasian people feel because minorities are progressing
there we
and
go.
starting to outnumber them.
So
what about the younger ones though? The younger white people that are influenced by MAGA?
I think that they are parroting the influence of their parents. Because I've seen that personally in my life when it comes to the Confederacy.
Yeah.
in
so
Mississippi.
They learn that shit at
They
the dinner
learn that
table.
shit from the house.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I'm going to say this. If we keep letting illegal immigrants in, Georgia will be known for avocados. Okay?
With
is a fact.
the illegal
Can they grow here?
thing,
Huh?
Can avocados grow here? Do we have the climate for that?
probably so.
You know what? I think we do.
Probably so.
We
so.
can
This
pop
is
off some
tropical as a
avocados, my nigga.
motherfucker.
We can pop off some
You know how I feel
avocados.
outside right now? What time is
Some
it?
quenepas.
It's 8:45. It's hot as hell outside.
Hey,
right
so
now.
hey, we got to move on. Any last words,
Nah, I
man?
got you.
I thought the summit was great. I
We
love
need
this
another
debate.
one.
Man,
Another one.
Diddy's gonna do it. I think
Yes,
Diddy.
he is. Bro, did you see him in the crowd? I am so fucking proud of that man.
Hey.
He did not jump up on the stage. I was expecting that nigga to
Take
hit
that,
us up
take
with
that.
all that shit, bro.
So,
I really was.
I thought it was great. You guys obviously think it was great.
It was.
I mean, what y'all think about it?
I think it was
great,
great.
bro.
I think
That
it was
was-
necessary.
I think it was
Yeah.
I
necessary.
think that everybody's perspective, regardless of if I like you as a person or not, I think that all of these people's perspectives all lend itself to creating the bigger picture.
It was somebody that said, okay, one of the sisters said this. She's like, if we're not going to have the strippers here at the conversation with
Tamika
us,
Mallory.
that was brilliant. I love that point because I feel that we should have a summit every month. Invite different types of people from different classes, different perspectives. Straight people, gay people, young people, old people. Everybody has a voice. You know what I'm saying? And everybody needs to be heard because like this right here, not one person has the answer. I think collectively all of us are the pieces of the puzzle.
You can't put us in one box.
Nah, that's
fine.
facts.
And
That's facts.
That's a good thing.
I think they did an incredible job of holding up a mirror to us as a black people in this country.
This segue.
And that is the ugly truth. A lot of people don't want to look at
this
it.
nigga,
Everybody.
this segue master right here.
Yeah.
God damn it.
What's
Go
up?
ahead, get your bar off, nigga. This is hard. Say it.
I was just saying, man, they did a great job of that. And another group of individuals did a fantastic job of creating a body
that's a
of
good
work
word to use.
surrounding
Bars.
Mirrorland.
Fucking bars. That was a dope ass segue.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate
The
that.
mirror, and then you flipped it to the album.
You know,
Goddamn.
I
Earth Gang, man. I've been praising this group for a fucking while.
yeah.
Atlanta, stand up.
Atlanta State.
I love it.
ATL.
I love it.
Fam, we got great music coming out of Atlanta. We have great summits coming out of
Yeah.
Atlanta. Fam,
Yes.
this is the Black
Yes.
Metal.
I'm gonna
bro.
say
Great
this.
podcast coming out of Atlanta.
Shout out to the
Sounds
cool
Cool
table.
table.
Holla. Earth Gang, man. I'm gonna say this. I like it. There is some missteps for me, but as a whole, I think they did a hell of a project. Johnny Venus and Dr. Dot. Honestly, man, I think Johnny has stood out compared to the two.
Bro, I don't know the difference between the two yet.
And that's the problem I was gonna say about
I
one
don't
of
know
the
the difference
mishaps.
between the
So
two yet.
the distinction,
But I know they snapping.
the distinction. Well, yeah, they have some good lyrics. The distinction between them is so minimal sometimes. If you don't hear Johnny do the nasally, almost
That's
zany
what it
kind of,
is,
because he does
yeah.
all the singing. Dr. Dot, he's more monotone a little bit. But the distinction between them wasn't that great. But fuck that, because the first track, when they built up the whole Mirrorland, like you're entering our motherfucking domain, nigga, that's what I want to hear. Bring me to motherfucking Maryland. Let me live in this motherfucker. This
Yeah.
nigga was talking about elephants with hands and eyes going different places and some weird shit. I don't fucking know. But I was feeling that shit. J. Cole did the production, I think. But after the intro, the track is probably one of my favorite tracks. It's Up.
one?
Up is one of my favorite tracks. That oddity, that weirdo shit that they're doing.
Bro, that album started out hard as hell, bro.
It started off hard.
It started off hard as hell.
It started off hard.
Intro. They show why intros are so important.
Oh my god, bro!
Introduction to your paper. What is the paper about?
It's
What is
almost
your
like I was
album
going
about?
to like a fucking dimension. I think one of the lines that he said here was like, "Watch your circle before you step into mines." I was like, "What the nigga?" I don't know what kind of seance shit he's talking about. Ouija. I was like, "This nigga
Ouija board.
Let me watch my circle. Let me watch my shit." Cause nigga, I'm about to enter some shit. But Up, man, that was a beautiful record. I thought just showcased both their talents. I'm not gonna go over all this shit, but another one of my favorite tracks is Tequila.
That was
I
hard. Tequila that was T-Pain, right?
Nigga, first of all, T-Pain had a 28-second verse. I counted. And that 28 seconds, I missed T-Pain. I realized why I missed this motherfucker. The way he kept switching it up and doing the voice. It's game time.
It wasn't even no booty raps or no shit like that, and he still killed it.
Bro, I was like this. I was
Yes.
like, oh my god. But they had plenty of good records. Top Down, of course, is dope. I've never been a big fan of Swivel. I know you guys would like it on Dreamville record. Never been a big fan of that. This Side, cool little lyrics on it. Wasn't a big fan of the song, but good songs.
Hold on, you said
Good
this
songs.
side, you ain't like this side?
I thought it was good. Compared compared to Up, Top Down, the motherfucking Tequila. It just it was
This
levels to
side
this
was
shit.
cool to me, bro. That's to be honest,
Like
man.
that, cool. You said cool.
Actually, no, that shit.
Better than cool.
I like the shit.
Okay.
But on this side, he said just because niggas copy your jersey don't mean they on your team.
Oh, dope
That's
lyrics.
that.
Dope
I took that shit down. I had to say
Dope
that one
lyrics.
on this podcast.
Yeah,
That's
no.
real
Dope
fucking
ass
shit,
lyrics. I think. Oh, but I'm gonna say this. Bank.
Hard.
I missed Camp Productions.
Bro, you took it from me. Right once I pressed the shit, I heard that shit. I was like, okay.
The only issue it doesn't really fit, but I liked it.
Bro,
I liked it as a song.
Okay. This album to me sounds like a trapped out Idlewild. That's what it sounds like
I
to
can
me.
kind of get a little
Like,
jazzy, little trap drums
I mean,
and shit
jazzy,
like that,
fucking
funky.
futuristic. It's. Damn, man, I don't want to compare them or call them outcasts
They're
or
not
whatnot.
outcasts at all.
No,
At all.
they're
We have
not.
to stop that comparison.
But you can
Not
tell
even
that
close.
they were clearly influenced.
By Andre. Both of them
The
niggas.
shit, I don't want to
They
call
look
it
just
weird
like
because
Andre.
it's not weird. The music is not weird. The music is just, bro, that shit hit hard with them 808s and all that good shit, but it still is like instrumental, futuristic, and out there.
Yeah, I think the album kind of falls off a little bit towards the end.
It does.
That's my only issue with it. Kalani, throw your verse away. Just throw that
Yo,
shit away.
Kalani hasn't
away.
really been hitting in a while for me.
Bro, why was she on the song?
I don't know. I didn't
And
understand
that's
that.
my problem. Like, you have a mediocre feature. It's not like Kalani's like a huge artist that the guy.
Yeah, but I think
was she in
Kalani
the
is
studio
talented.
that day or something?
I don't know.
Damn, y'all ain't saying nothing
Kalani
about
is
the-
talented. She's just, for whatever reason, the records that I've heard her on, probably like the past 5 or 6 records that I've heard her on, have really been lackluster.
Bro, it's between garbage and trash.
Ah,
It's still bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, she just wasn't. She's not it. I mean, Stuck. I don't even know who the fuck that is. Aaron Ray didn't care for it. Fields was cool. Wings was cool. Like,
Fields was cool as shit. That nigga, what he
It
say?
just-
Everybody horny. Let's fuck, sleep, then wake up. That shit just resonated
that's
with
just
me, bro.
just a lifestyle.
No, because
talking about what I think.
no, because what caught me, bro.
Here, rhyme that bitch.
No.
Everybody
What
horny.
caught me,
Fuck,
bro?
sleep,
Because
wake up.
wake up. No, that's what caught me. Wake up.
Yo, we gotta stop.
Wake up.
Nigga, I'll walk.
No, wake the
pivot.
fuck up.
I got it. You talking about the woke stuff, but yeah, man. So that's my thing. I can go over more songs. I'm gonna try to go through it, but like I thought it was a solid project from EARTHGANG. I thought it was solid.
Yeah, man. To be honest, out of all the album reviews that we've done, this is like one of the I feel. This was, I ain't gonna say it was the hardest Rhapsody. I like her. I love her shit.
That's a oof.
Rhapsody shit,
The Dreamville shit.
Dreamville, Crit, and this. And then I ain't gonna, your boy D Horton. I
D
fucked
Horton
with
is
his
dope.
too. I fucked with his
D Horton
too.
is very dope.
But this review, I don't know, man. It did something to me. It was like it didn't feel like a job. It didn't feel like, damn, I gotta listen to this shit.
Hey, nigga.
Right once I heard the first song, second song, third song, I'm like, oh shit, what's next? Give me more. Give me more.
Yeah, this
but it's
definitely was
unfortunate that it.
Yeah, and then it kind of teetered off a little bit. I wouldn't say it skyrocketed down, but it definitely left more to be desired.
Yeah.
And them two really, I think they really are just trying to. It felt like sometimes they're just trying to be weird on a song. It just felt like that. I don't know if that's true.
No.
You know what
Or
I'm
if
saying?
it's who they are. I mean,
Yeah,
I
but
wonder
it
if it's
is-
who they are.
I know, but it just seems like, hey, how do we weird this shit out a little bit to make it EARTHGANG? And I respect the album. I think they did it. I think for a debut project, my nigga, coming from Atlanta where everything's trapped out, I think they did a great job. I just do think there's some shortcomings, and I honestly think their next album is gonna be way
Better than
this
this.
shit.
Yeah.
That's what I feel.
So that's a statement within itself, though.
Yeah, that's how I feel. But X, this nigga's been waiting. He ain't said goddamn thing.
I mean, wait, no. Listen, I've been a fan of EARTHGANG. I think Joe's first time hearing anything about EARTHGANG was when I played the Voodoo record over here.
That was the first
which
time
is
he's seen
It's a
him.
dope. That's the first time seeing him.
Seeing him,
All right.
yeah.
So I mean, that's a dope record. And that's how I found out about him. Just going through YouTube,
Yeah,
just scouring YouTube, and I just happened to run across him. I think that the album was solid. I think I'm with you. I think at a certain point the album started tapering off. Probably around song 9-10. I think that first half is strong though.
Yeah.
I definitely love the intro. I'm definitely a fan of Up. I love the Top Down record. I actually like the Young Thug record.
Oh, Proud of
That's
You
what I was gonna
was
say. Nobody mentioned that.
Yeah,
Nobody mentioned
my
that.
bad. Proud of You is good.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. That shit was hard.
Yeah.
And they kind of mimicked his flow a little bit. At one point, it was hard for me to determine between Dot and Venus because they were both doing the Young Thug thing.
Yeah.
But it didn't take away from the song.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think Young Thug definitely shined on that because he did the chorus and his verse was pretty cool. You know, especially from Thug.
Yeah.
You go ahead, man. It was good shit.
No. I think I agree with you too. In it's hard for me to tell the difference between the two. I'm looking for them to have some distinctive identities. Like that's one of the key reasons why you can't compare them to an Outkast. Because Outkast is specific. You know Andre when you hear him. You know Big Boy when you hear him.
Now top out.
And both appearance, voice, flow, lyrics. Like
individual artists.
Yes.
There we go.
Coming together for an album.
Like I want to see
well.
I want to see more diversity from them as individual artists in their record. Like have y'all heard of Audio Push?
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
I fuck with Audio Push heavy.
Yeah.
I can tell the difference between those two.
I need to fuck with them some more.
I can listen to hear them. I can look at them and tell. Sometimes, like even if you look at them, like you really got to be looking at them.
Octane and I forgot the cat's name. It's Octane and something, but they had some dope projects.
They Cali, ain't they?
Yeah, they Cali. Man, Hit Boy's artist.
Yeah.
They got a record where they sampled Janet Jackson.
Which one?
Man, how the hell did he clear the motherfucker?
Which Janet?
No, he didn't clear it.
Oh,
that's on the mixtape.
Hey, it ain't on streaming. You're right. It ain't on the streaming service. It ain't on streaming.
It's joint called Shine.
It's real. It's dope.
They sampled I Get So Lonely.
Dude,
break it down.
That's the part they used.
It's so hard. Then the video that they did for it, they used the movie Friday as the theme, and they did a phenomenal job. Like, it's super fire.
They didn't blow up off of it, which is
it's crazy.
Like some of these artists who do so well and just don't blow up off great music, but this motherfucker with the tattoos on the face.
Yeah, that's exactly why.
Everything's
That's
about
exactly
marketing,
why.
man.
I know it's marketing, but the fact that Lil Pump made it and my niggas Audio Push didn't, I feel some type of fucking way. Lil Pump got a Kanye song.
Gucci Gang.
Lil Pump has a song with Kanye. You know. Anyways, go ahead. EARTHGANG.
No, I feel you. But yeah, those are the couple of things that I have to say that are negative. But I think just on the whole, I felt like it was a solid album, man. I felt like is that their first commercially released project?
Full debut, yeah.
Okay.
They had other full projects, but they were,
I think as a debut project, I don't think it was bad at all. I think that this was a good way of introducing themselves to people that may not know who they are. I'm very interested to see what these next offerings are going to sound like.
That's my sentiments exactly. I'm really excited about the next project. Mm-hmm. And it's crazy because I just heard this and I realized I know you guys can do better. I know this ain't the full EARTHGANG.
So what was the drop off? Was it production? Was it them? The combination of both?
I think it's a combination. It's a combination of both for me.
Yeah.
The songs just didn't stand out the same. They didn't feel as good.
Or you think if they probably would have rearranged, like maybe put two more tracks in the middle?
Don't rearrange it. No, I think it's cool. Like, where you gonna put Trippin' at with Kalani? Where's that going? Besides the recycle bin on your windows.
Trippin' caught my attention, bro. Like, the only song that I did not like was, what the fuck was that song, bro? It was the only song that I was like, okay.
I mean, like I said, man, like, they didn't need, like, I really want to hear more a Dreamville cut for them. But I guess they left that for the Dreamville album. Of course,
I was expecting Cole on one.
I honestly thought I was gonna get like a Cole and Jid record. I honestly thought I heard about a Cole Jid EARTHGANG. I thought I was getting that on this project.
I definitely think that's a misstep.
Yeah, a Cole and Jid EARTHGANG record.
Because it's not gonna overshadow you. Because it's only a record.
Mm-hmm. I don't know why that's not on here.
The only song I didn't like was Avenue. That's the one.
Well, Avenue, so the songs Avenue, Swivel, and This Side, they all have the monotone, non-charismatic kind of flow they went for. Avenue at the end, I think they switched the beat up and they got more energetic. Mm-hmm. But those are the three songs where they were like kind of like, fuck it, I'm just gonna rap.
It's funny because Swivel and Avenue is sort of like the
he did that on purpose. It ain't bad, but it's not like the EARTHGANG that you want.
But I don't know, man. That Blue Moon, I think that's like my favorite hook on the record, bro. I just love that.
They got some killer hooks. Tequila is a hell of a hook.
Fucking hook. Tequila was hard, bro. They had some nasty production on this album, bro. They had a couple of records that was just funky. That's the best way I could describe it. It was funk.
I honestly think they could.
They're going to
do that
They're
the
going
whole
to.
project. I would have been like, damn, but they.
But you know
got
what?
a
This
bunch of
this might be better. This might be a better move strategically because this gives them a lot of room to do better. You know what I'm saying? When you like start here,
Yep.
and we're just now getting to know you, and then your next album is here.
Yep.
It's like
Yep.
it leaves a lot more space
Yeah.
to be criticized.
Yep.
Yeah,
So I think that's why I say this as a debut album. I feel like this was a good move.
that's just solid.
Yeah.
What we ranking?
Man, off the top, I'm giving this a 7.5. I enjoyed
Oh
it.
my god! Well, just
I agree.
I enjoyed it. I'll give it a 7.5.
nigga, that's my exact sentiments. My exact.
Oh, you don't have a problem with my rating now?
Hell no.
You have a problem with this right now?
Nigga, you loved Ross that gave it a 6.5. That shit was funny. That was just funny.
It was funny.
I
John.
liked Ross. It was a song or the intro. That's what it was.
Hold
I
on.
love the way it came on.
This nigga told us on the podcast, I felt like I was in a Rolls Royce in my Honda.
Exactly.
If a music makes you feel that,
Nissan.
I'm sorry.
And music could be one song. It doesn't have to be the whole fucking record. Stop putting words in my fucking mouth.
Yeah, I don't know what record you're talking about. It sounded like you were
Bro,
talking
the
about all the Ross.
intro, the first song.
It did, bro.
It sounded like you were talking about all Ross because you was going like, man, this song. Man, I felt like I was in a Rolls Royce. I was like, oh shit.
Hey man.
And then that nigga said 6.5.
That's what I still stand on that.
At the
I
end, he
still
was like,
stand
you know what? Ross be on some bullshit, though. But this
man.
record, I'm giving it a 7.5. I think Earth Gang is going to give me a 9 record album the next time. I think it's going
Next
to be a
one's
9 or something
Or
crazy.
2.
Or 8.5.
God damn. Or 2?
Said a
Or
2.
2.
I mean,
Oh,
shit.
no.
I mean, you
Oh,
gotta, you
that
gotta,
hard.
hey,
So
bruh.
a 2?
They ain't
I
smashing
think they-
Erykah Badu.
Damn. Well, hey. if this-
She, bruh, she would fuck a nigga head up, bruh.
bruh,
So,
take
nah,
the sense
they-
out of common.
Hey, bro, that's fucked up because I remember the Essence magazine cover still, bro. She had that nigga in some goddamn. What's that shit?
What was the album? Electric Circus?
Yeah, but I mean, what kind of pants are those? With
Yeah,
he had the
the
holes
Aladdin
in
joints,
them.
right?
He
With
had
the-
the
with the hole-
holes in them.
Yeah, I don't know what he
It's
was.
like, what the fuck, Common? You from the Shy? What?
Sucked
Wow.
the soul out that nigga through his.
bruh.
Anyways,
that's funny.
yeah.
And she only smashed in one position too.
Oh yeah,
Can y'all imagine that, bro? Just one position.
bro. Erykah Badu got that red snapper.
Missionary.
She got it. She got it.
Missionary.
But anyways,
Oh,
man.
man.
So X, you said 7.5.
7.5. I think it's a
7.5.
7.5 all the way around.
That's
Hey,
the first. That's the
first time, huh?
Yeah, we haven't agreed in quite some time.
Wow.
Ever. When do we- I don't
Interesting.
think we ever
Earth Gang.
Earth
Yeah.
Gang, you got it, man. You got
Solid.
it.
Mirrorland.
Staying in this vein of rappers, man, I feel like hip hop has had a great impact on society, the world at large. Honestly, if
Yes,
you're looking
sir.
at it,
Yes, sir.
specifically coming out of Atlanta this particular weekend.
yeah.
So just staying in, excuse me, staying on track with that theme, man. We're gonna do a top 5, power to the people rappers.
Man.
Individuals that are hip hop artists that have made a great impact on the culture at large, on society, out here in the streets, really riding for the underclass.
Yeah. Yeah. So close to activism.
God damn. I mean, like, you said 5?
We could do 5.
Damn.
Easy.
We could
Go
probably
first.
do 10.
You go first.
Honestly.
Killer Mike.
Say Killer Mike.
Easy. I don't think anybody's gonna disagree with Killer Mike. I think.
Of
Of course not.
Goddamn.
That's my
Killer-
top.
All right.
yeah.
Well, number 2. I'm gonna leave it to you. You say it.
David Banner, bro.
There you go. Yo hood. Dead or alive.
Both.
Did both,
All right. So we know Pac up there. 1, 2, 3.
obviously.
All right.
more.
Now, Nipsey. Let's just say Nipsey's one. Right? Are we gonna disagree that Nipsey?
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not, because I think
I
Nipsey,
think this
he's not
5
an
mark-
activist, but
Nigga, the way
Yeah.
it turned out and what he was doing and everything. I
Yeah.
mean, this guy was for the community. I think.
Yeah, I was about to say
This
yeah.
5th spot though, we have. I think we're gonna have a little debate. So we have T.I.'s over there. We have Most Def is over there. Most Def is doing a lot of community work. My personal favorite, which is an unknown rapper, Immortal Technique. That nigga is a
Hey, bruh.
big
Hey, bruh.
activist.
Hey, bruh, dead ass serious. He got to make the list as of actual work.
Yeah, so
Actual work is just a damn shame people don't know who he is, bruh.
that's the
damn
only
shame.
issue that might get him off the list. But Immortal Technique has done a hell of a work.
But see, if you say Immortal, I would want to throw Dead Prez up in that motherfucker.
Dead
People that
Prez.
actually travel out the country to other places where brown people stay and circulate around the planet.
Yeah.
If you want to say that, I mean, we could throw Talib. You know what I'm saying?
Talib and Mos Def work together.
Yeah, it's a
They both
certain.
work together.
Yeah.
So Todd, I'm Tob, like I know that nigga. Mos Def and Talib Kweli, like they both worked together to form they did the first police brutality thing. It was called the Hip Hop Project or something like that, where they in 2000, I forgot who died in 1999. Somebody got shot by police, and they formed a like an activist group where they're trying to stop police brutality, like before Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
I mean, that was an important movement.
I like to throw just as an honorable mention. He's
Say
not
it.
gonna make the list,
Please
but
say
Trade the Truth.
You said Trade the
So
Truth.
once again, Trade the Truth. He's big in Houston. Like he is doing big
Let me
things.
tell you who else is building up their hood in Texas. Slim Thug.
Oh, facts.
Slim Thug doing his thing,
that's
bro.
what I'm saying. This
Hold on. Didn't and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong on this information, but didn't Scarface get elected mayor or
I
something?
don't know
like
if he
that?
got elected. I know he running. He's running, and Willie D running.
No
Maybe not for the mayor,
shit.
but they running for
That's
some
hilarious.
position.
That's
in
hilarious, but
politics.
that's cool. I'm just saying, like both him and Willie D.
Bro, I mean, come on,
All
man.
right, so it's gonna be hard, man.
And then how about this, man? I mean, how can we leave out Chuck D, Public Enemy,
Public Enemy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Professor
but
Griff? But yeah, everybody can't make the list.
yeah. So
We just
like,
naming. Just naming.
like at this point, we have those four. And as far as nomination, I mean, I'm looking at this. T.I. actually got honored by the Georgia State Senate for his activism. He has something organizations for.
So I'm gonna say something. Oh, would finish with your statement.
No, he just got organizations for the youth. He also has organizations for Alzheimer's and stuff like that. These nonprofits.
Yeah.
And he's out there actively. He does it like every week. You know what I'm saying? He's out there, or at least his organization. So I mean, I'm just throwing it out there because he, I know we want a little facts on that stuff. And he's definitely he's been big in the community, especially Atlanta.
I mean, he has.
yeah.
I'm just throwing it out there.
He has. I rock with Tip. I mean, Tip is in my like probably top 10 favorite rappers
I
of all
know,
time.
yeah.
Personally.
But what about activism?
Yeah.
That nigga got someone once told me, it was a woman, by the way, that I can't respect a nigga that can't take care of his house to take care of me. Saying that he's a womanizer and a host. I was like this. I don't know if that's fair.
No. He definitely takes care of his household.
No,
First
they're
of all.
talking about the issues with Tiny.
Man, fuck all that, man.
Every household got issues.
Man, any great man has had issues in their household.
Hey,
Even down to Dr. King.
cheated.
Niggas love to bring up Dr. King.
that nigga cheated. He had some side pussy.
On countless occasions.
You got choked that nigga like shit. Nigga had a bunch of bitches.
I'm just saying, and that's not to disrespect Dr. King or his legacy.
It's just the truth.
What I'm saying is that our problem is that we hold leaders in positions of godlike stature.
Like they can't fuck up.
You know what I'm saying? Like
they
we have
ain't
to remember
human.
that they are still men,
Yes.
and men and women, but we're speaking about men. Men have flaws.
Oh yeah.
Men have deficits in their character from time to time.
Look at Malcolm X.
And that's what his demon was.
Yeah, look at Malcolm X. If he died at an early age, he'd have been known as a pimp.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that's just facts. Malcolm Little was a pimp.
Yeah.
Well, but
Malcolm Little did some shit.
Malcolm Little was the caterpillar.
With that, I know, right? There you go.
That was the butterfly.
But that particular situation, though, that was before he made this transformation.
No, that's what I'm saying.
So
But
what she's bringing up has to do with the fact that you claim to be doing X, Y, Z in a positive way, but at home you're not taking care of your responsibility. I think that's a different conversation.
It is
especially when you look at like a pastor or minister. That's one of my things.
Yeah.
I've always been that way. If you are standing in front of the congregation, telling everyone else what they need to be doing, but you are not properly leading and shepherding your own flock and your own household, it's like you're failing. You're failing. That doesn't mean that what you're saying holds no value, but it does change the way that I'm looking at you.
perspective. Yeah. So
That's
I mean,
it. I respect Tip.
I'm nominating Tip. Who you got, Joe?
Bruh, you hit me with that Immortal Technique shit. I really fuck with that
I
nigga,
fuck
bruh.
with
I really
Technique.
fuck with him, but I mean, this is a popularity content.
No.
This is our opinions based on what they do.
Bruh, I'm going with Immortal Technique. If
Okay.
not them, Dead Prez. I'll say who I said. I rock
And one
with
of
Dead
Stickman?
Prez. But see, I mean, the fifth one is up for debate, bruh. Because I mean, everybody ain't gonna make the shit.
I won't say Tip only because I think that Tip is still green in this arena.
Mm-hmm.
I can see that he's still learning how to maneuver in this arena. And like I was saying earlier about the difference between him and the Killer Mike, him knowing how to. I think Tip is a better right now in this space. And this is no disrespect. But I just feel like Tip is a better face than he is a speaker. Personally, at this particular moment in time, I think that he does a lot of good work. I think that he has great plans, and I think that he is necessary in the movement. I just think that he's still fresh in his shows for me. I would say Dead Prez or Immortal Technique specifically because they've had a longer tenure in this space, and I feel like they've had more practical actions take place.
Not, bruh,
That's just me.
You said actions. Not only that, the music, bruh. They got a song called "Be Healthy." I don't eat no meat, no dairy, no sweets.
Well, Tip said be better than me.
He did say that, but I mean, I'm talking about these dudes.
He told us about the trap on the Dope Man.
Bruh, activism, bruh. They have an album called Let's Get. Hey, check out the intro to Let's Get Free.
You talking about
it's called Wolves.
Yeah, that shit's
Listen to that shit.
I mean, that's a real hunter's technique. They
and
put
that's
the blood on the
exactly
blade.
what they're doing to us as a community, bruh. Check out Wolves.
All right, so Tip's out here, so I'm not gonna. So it's between Immortal Technique
or Dead Prez.
I mean, Immortal's one person, Dead is two. I don't know how we're gonna do this. I mean, I guess we could just add Dead Prez and be like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? It's still a, you know.
I put you like that, man. Chappelle fuck with them boys.
It's
Chappelle been fuck with them boys since day one.
Chappelle fuck with Kanye too. He was just with him.
Birthday. I saw it.
I'm just saying.
I mean, like.
Just saying, if we using Chappelle as the benchmark.
I ain't gonna lie. Ye show up to my fucking party, it's gonna be lit, bro.
Man, I love Ye. Bro, I just think he had some missteps.
Yeah,
I'm like this, Ye. Can I get a Sunday service, please, my nigga? Can I get a Sunday service?
Oh my God. Ye going through something, bro. It's something up here, bro. It's more cerebral.
You know,
when he's balanced, it's beautiful, and then when he off the track, I honestly feel that.
Honestly, you know, I just think Ye is gonna just be Ye. I think he just grown and he just grown differently at this point. But let's to the point here.
To the 5.
We got our 4.
Mm-hmm.
If it's me, I'm guessing I'm gonna pick Dead Prez.
But Dead Prez wins.
Yeah,
right,
and I think we just put Dead
Prez.
That's
dope as fuck. Hey man, I met Stick Man at the goddamn what's that shit? The bookstore that they got rid of. Barnes and Nobles at Camp Creek.
Shit, Amazon got rid of Barnes and Nobles, my nigga.
I fucked up, bro. You know what they replaced the Barnes and Nobles with?
Nigga.
A fucking Beauty Master.
Hey, and we would never go out of style.
That's fucked up, bro.
Never.
They got rid of the books and had it more horses.
Until women start buying Afro picks, that shit gonna be popping.
True. You a funny
crazy,
motherfucker.
man.
He said Afro picks.
I mean, nigga, that or Dre is like, you know what I'm saying?
With
like
the fist on the back.
You saw the panel. How many was rocking some natural shit? All weave.
Well, to be fair,
fair?
Two of the young ladies on the panel did not really strike me as the Afrocentric type.
You talking about Katrina Pearson, the light skin,
and Candice.
And Candice was pretty dark. She's pretty.
No. I mean, it's not about the complexion.
Yeah.
I said Afrocentric.
Oh yeah.
She's not doing that. Tamika Mallory will be the closest one to that, and she doesn't strike me as that person either.
Hey, she had that like 30-inch Brazilian wavy though.
Hey man, do your thing, man. That's how she feeling.
All right, so we got a list. This is dope, man. It's dope as fuck.
Great episode, great dialogue.
Yeah, as always.
Agree, disagree. I think the conversation that they had and the conversations that we had and have, I think are important. Because I think it spurs people to think, and I think that thinking
that's what it's all
is
about.
The most important thing.
Thought provoking.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Do your research, study.
Do your studies.
Study
to show yourself approved. Yeah, come on, man.
Yeah.
We know what time it is.
There we go.
But yo, we appreciate everybody tuning in. As always, make sure you follow us at The Cool Table Pod, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. The Cool Table in the Lunchroom podcast on SoundCloud, The Cool Table in the Lunchroom podcast on YouTube. Episodes come out every Friday. Make sure you turn on those notifications. Make sure you subscribe on all of the platforms, really. Also, make sure you catch our streams every Wednesday on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, and any other place that you get your podcast streaming needs. Last, but certainly not least, Win Radio. You can catch us there every Thursday, 6 a.m. PST, and the replay on Saturdays at 7 a.m. PST. Y'all brothers got anything else to plug?
Man, shout out to my nephew, man. Deshaun, man. Happy birthday. My nephew turned 13 today.
Hey, shouts out, happy birthday, young brother.
Happy birthday.
Young
Shout out
king.
to me. It's not a big deal, but it is a big deal to me, man. I'm getting my first place, bro. I don't have a roommate. I don't have a
congrats,
girlfriend.
man.
I don't have a woman. Nobody stands with me. This is just me.
Oh, it's gonna feel amazing,
me.
brother.
Hey, bro, this
Amazing.
Rule number 1: pussy only stays 24 hours. Hey, bro.
Facts. Any longer than that.
Bruh, just trust me.
Tenant.
It's happened to me several times in the last
No
one.
first 48. No first
Nigga,
48.
No, nigga, you know what happens after the first 48?
Yeah, they try to.
That's it.
Yeah, they leaving
That's
shit.
it.
They leaving combs.
Nigga,
They
after
leaving weeds.
Hey, after the first 48, goddamn.
Hilarious.
After the first 48. I mean, I love it to death, but I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
it's gonna be good for you, bro. Have fun. Not kidding.
All right.
Have
All
fun.
right. It's gonna feel good. It's gonna feel good.
Episode 35. Y'all.
Also, make sure you don't forget to check out www.professorxsounds.productions for all your
Absolutely.
engineering and production needs. And
That nigga right there.
I forgot. And I'm so disappointed with myself. Make sure you go check out Carpe Diem by my artist Troop brand.
Big ups to
The
Troop.
album got released a few weeks ago. Had a release party. Did not talk about it on the show, and I'm so disappointed with myself. But you know, we get to chatting about the other shit
Yeah.
that we talk about.
Dope
and it
ass
kinda
release
sweet my
party.
mind,
Dope
man.
ass album.
But yeah,
Produced by this guy.
you know what I'm saying? Super produced, engineered,
Sounds really good.
mixed, mastered, all that good shit, man. You know what I'm saying? That's an example of what you would get when you book with your boy here at X Factor Studios.
Check out that song Poison. Poison is the jam, goddamn. What's that? Indeed. What's my joint? Good vibes.
Good vibes.
Good vibes,
Yeah.
nigga. Hey, Troops legit, guys. He's dope. Dope as fuck.
Word, man. As always, we appreciate you guys' support, man. Bell's about to ring.
Yeah.
Until next time, shoot. And we out.
Peace.
Peace.
Take it.